Aussie.
Sorry, I'm whistling along with my theme music there. That might have been a bit harsh if someone happened to be wearing headphones when that came on. Wait, the camera's at the wrong angle. Let's just adjust that a little bit. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Happy Friday indeed. The weekend starts now. Get my unruly beard to be in some semblance of decent form. Okay. I think I'm ready to go. Oh, yes. Hello, Maria. Happy Friday to you. Oh, God, you watched RRR. That is a 3-fucking-hour movie. It's hilarious, though. It's fucking great. Like, the British are just fucking demons in that movie. The colonizers in India. It's so good. Maria watched it with you. Oh, God, I friggin' love it when colonizers get portrayed as like the fucking devil. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Not bored, but a little tired. Yeah, I watched it in shifts when I watched it. I think maybe 3 different shifts. Watched it. Like, there's just so much fun. Just the outrageous scenes with the animals, the set piece fight scenes, the dance scene. The dance scene is wonderful. It's just a good movie. Apparently, it was just a huge fucking hit in India, not least because the British are portrayed as absolute bastards. Damn. Okay. I'm going to make a couple of cocktail videos tonight. One, clarified cocktail. Look how clear that is. It's a little bit yellow. Like reasonably well hydrated person peed this. Clarified porn star martini. Yes, Humphrey, I agree with you. Stylized, and yeah, so it was just beautiful cinematography. The tiger fight, just like you could just like a 3-hour movie that's a non-stop epic. Of course, you can just keep pulling out scene after scene after scene. All the fight scenes were great. There's just the crazy stuff with the animals. Oh, it was so good. That bit on the bridge with the swinging and the what? Wow, it's just fucking wild. Almost want to watch it again, but like you say, it's 3 hours. So maybe not. I need to watch something else. And also, Charlie, thank you for stepping me through what I had to do with your Plex to see things properly as well, which I think I have right now. So we shall see. Maybe watch something for recovery tomorrow. I got to watch the end of Eddington, and who the heck knows what else I'll watch. There's a million goddamn choices. Nice, Madam Butterfly, getting off work early. That's the way to do Friday. Right. Okay. Lots of fun tonight. Okay, I'm going to do a talky talk thing where I'm going to shit talk porn star martinis because it's one of the most popular cocktails in the world, and it's an absolute shit tier cocktail. It's fruit juice that gets you drunk. Okay, and I get you want a fruit juice that gets you drunk. Fine. Fine. But try and pretend it's anything apart from that is just like, ugh. Make it with a bit of character, which is what I did. Anyway, so. Oh, this is the second video I'm going to make. Unboxing. Because that's what people on the internet do. Well, my cocktail kit. I'm going to unbox it. and then make some cocktails with the contents. Now, okay, let's bring this out. Breathalyzer might get a workout tonight. Who knows? Oh, the tagline's a hoot. Inside be tasty, so don't be hasty. But I have to admit, if what's inside is tasty, that makes me want to be hasty. I want to get the drink out. But we'll see. But it's got their Demerara sugar syrup in it. And God, I don't even remember last time I had a commercially made sugar syrup, if I ever have. So I'm quite intrigued as to what their sugar syrup's going to be like. Ugh. All right. So my passion fruit gin I want to talk about. Let's get our audio recorder happening. All right. Ooh, better check the battery life on this. This is not going to run out, is it? Shits me when my audio recorder battery runs out when I'm recording. It's happened before. You know what? I'm going to be cautious. And change the batteries. I just got to remember where I put the batteries. I think I put them in here. I did. Nice. Look at me being good for the environment with my rechargeable batteries. I'm assuming I charge these ones. They're sitting in the charger. Would I do that to myself? Put stuff in the charger and not charge it? I mean, maybe. It's certainly not impossible that I would do that. Make my life more difficult than it needs to be. Wait. Where'd the other battery go? Oh, just rolled in there. God, I am so easily confused, I swear to God. Okay, where is the attachment? Let's do that again. All right. That's looking good. Turn that on again. Okay, let's get this lined up. Fuck it, that'll do. That looks kind of even. Okay. Now, let's see. This on, yeah. Okay. Which bottles are knocking against each other? Those ones. I fixed it. G'day, cocktail lovers. I'm continuing my quest to milk clarify the most popular cocktails in the world and see if that makes them better. Today, I'm doing definitely one of the most popular cocktails in the world, the Porn Star Martini. And I'm going to start with my potentially controversial view. This is a garbage tier cocktail. It is fruit juice that gets you drunk. It's something about the name, Porn Star Martini. Ooh, saucy. And fruit juice that gets you drunk gets people in. And look, I get it. Sometimes you just want fruit juice that gets you drunk. But maybe, just maybe, you want a cocktail with a bit more character, even if it's fruity and getting you drunk. Just anything but vodka in my book. I've done lots of experiments with popular vodka-based cocktails. They're always improved by substituting other spirits. Gin is one of the most obvious substitutes in the Porn Star Martini, and I actually have a passion fruit gin. And as there's passion fruit flavors in the Porn Star Martini, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to milk clarify it. There's actually two reasons for using this flavored gin rather than vodka. One, vodka's bullshit. Two, when you milk clarify a drink, you soften the flavors. So there's already no spirit flavor with a Porn Star Martini. So if you're going to milk clarify it, it's, going to be even lighter. So I just thought something that has a bit of taste, has a bit of character, will carry over in an interesting way through the clarification process. And I need an actual recipe. What am I talking about? Porn Star Martini and difference. If you're fancy and have a fresh passion fruit when you're making this, use a fresh passion fruit. I didn't have one. I did have some passion fruit pulp in a can that I'd had saved just for such an occasion as this. So I have my passion fruit gin, passion fruit pulp, and some passion fruit liqueur. It's all coming together, and this is how we make it. Oh, car going past. I like to make a bit of a batch for a clarified cocktail, more than one drink, but I'll tell you the measurements for one serve. In my mixing glass, I'm putting 2 ounces, 60 mils of the passion fruit gin, then half an ounce or 15 mils of a passion fruit liqueur, half an ounce or 15 mils of sugar syrup, 1 ounce or 30 mils of passion fruit pulp, and half an ounce or 15 mils of lime juice. If you were making a single cocktail, you'd shake that and serve, but that's not where... If you're making a single serve, you'd shake that and serve it, but that's not what we're doing. So we add our cocktail to milk in a ratio of 4 parts of the cocktail to 1 part milk. Oh, nice of that car to come past after I finish that sentence. You'll see that start... Oh, I forgot the word. Curdle. You'll see that start to curdle pretty much straight away, but you can leave it for up to half an hour just to get some good separation, and then you pour that through a coffee filter. The tip I always give, the curds are what does the clarification, so they need to settle to fully clarify the drink. So the first amount of liquid that runs through will run through cloudy. So you let it run for a while, and when it's coming through clear, you put that first bit back through, or alternatively, filter the whole drink more than once. Okie dokie, now it's time to shake it. How much do I want to make a lot of this actually? I'm gonna give myself a really generous drink, and I'm gonna put it in a martini glass because no one can stop me. Fun fact, when you milk clarify a drink, the curds and whey separate. The curds stay in your filter, filtering your drink. The whey gets added to the drink. The whey does two things. It makes the drink a bit more viscous. It gives it more of a silky feel. It's really nice, but it's also a natural foaming agent like egg white or aquafaba. So I've got the clarified drink here. If I give it a good hard shake, I should be able to serve it up with a nice foamy head that I think will look nice. So bang it in hard and let's go. That looks like it's working. Where's my martini glass? Now I've got to do a close-up of pouring it. So let's stop that and that. Get my tripod over here, over there. It's the same everywhere. Okay, let's see. Now this is framed up. Ooh, and I've got to do a fucking thumbnail. Can't forget. I've said it out loud. I shouldn't forget. Okay, let's fucking shake this some more. But I think it's almost coming. All right. Put this over here and strain it out. I made a liar out of myself. That did not form a foamy head. So I won't use that part of the video because I was a liar, or I'm sure that's worked before. But anyway, I will. Thumbnail. Oh. Okay, so the foamy head didn't work. God damn it. Oops. All right. Let's try this. And also portrait mode. All right. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's do this. And just a little bit of talking, and then I'll sit down and talk to you about you fine folk. What's going on here? Okay. It's ready? That's ready. Normally, I like to pour my clarified cocktails over sexy clear ice to really show off the ice. But as this has, it's martini in name only, but why not serve it up in a martini glass? Because it looks a bit elegant then, and it's got some lovely clarity in there. But how does it taste? Oh, the fruit elements are coming through so well. Just that nice passion fruit taste, even though you could argue the liqueur was definitely artificial. The pulp was real if canned, and I do believe this passion fruit gin is actually steeped in real passion fruit rather than an artificial flavor. So the lime juice and the passion fruit are coming through quite well. It's tang. This tastes like a very light fruit juice that will get you drunk. So there you go. It's at least got a bit more character than an average porn star martini. And it looks nice as well. So I'm going to sit back, pretend I'm elegant, sipping this from my martini glass. Hope you're looking after yourself wherever you are. Hope you come back and see me again sometime soon. Who knows what little weird things I'll be doing with cocktails, or maybe it'll be something really mundane and middle of the road. You'll have to come back and check, and I'll be here. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Until I do see you again, I'll say cheers. All right. Stop. Collaborate and listen. All right, now I'm going to pour this on my sexy clear ice. Fuck it. Turn this off. And... okay. Pour that in. Okie doke. Put this over here out of the way where I hopefully won't knock it over. And there was actually, because I've made such a big batch, there was a bit more in the freaking glass, and I can't get it's all wet and slippery. I can't get it out. Fuck it. Okay. We'll just deal with it. All right. I think when I get around to doing the unboxing video, I'll do it in two phases. One is actually unboxing it, and then working out what the recipe is, and I'll maybe set up to make the recipe. Right, that's what I was looking for. Where's my other freaking... Where did I put my apple wood chips? Because I friggin' had them. What did I do with them? I couldn't find them in the kitchen. I'm annoyed. I tell you, people, I am annoyed. Not in here, are they? No, they are not. Wait, there's Windows 10 Home. Why didn't that work? Anyway. Oh, wait, no, I just I reminded myself of something, saying something out loud. Wasn't making sense, and it suddenly made sense to me when I said it out loud. Okie dokie. Let's go with that. Right, so you were all really quiet while I was over there doing that. Fair enough. Spending 20 minutes doing that. Ooh, I'm going to peel me beef soup Safa. Where's the beef? Right, well, fuck that. I made myself something in line with my new have less carbs routine. Cooked up some onions and mushroom and chicken and sausage and beans and then baked that and had that, and it was good. Your mum was in Melbourne for a building exhibition at Jeff Shed. There you go. Next week going to be where? Is it? They were saying it's going to be like 21 next week here in Melbourne anyway. What are they saying? Yeah, actually, by Tuesday, it's gonna, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, if this holds true. Like Monday's going to be 20, maybe 21. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, probably rain, probably quite a bit of rain. And Friday, all week. Ooh, look at that. Weather. Bought sausage at Coles. That's a good place to get sausage. What am I doing? Gonna get myself a cherry. Who am I kidding? It's Friday night. I'm gonna get 2 cherries because I deserve it. Stab. I got one first go. Stab. Got the second one first go too. So meant to be. I did a bit of shopping for my low carb friendly foods today. Some veggies and some meats and some cheese. Some low carb wraps. I'm going to see what they taste like and make some burrito style, enchilada style things with. I don't even know where one becomes the other. Burrito, enchilada, all those things. What I like to do is put stuff in a wrap and cover it in cheese and bake it. I think that's more enchilada than burrito, but not an expert on such things. FW Putty wants to hang out at the meat section as Charlene looking for a good sausage. Oh my God. I don't know. Safra, I don't think I've seen Justin yet. Who knows what he's up to? Oh, yeah, that is a really zingy passion fruit flavor. That is quite nice. I don't think I was harsh as I could have been shit talking the porn star martini and people who won't have a proper drink. What's funny is occasionally I'll make a video saying something about vodka being bullshit, and some freaking weirdo loser will actually get in comments trying to defend vodka, and it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Hey, Latoya, how are you? Good morning to you. I'm assuming that puts you in the northern hemisphere. It's well into the evening for me, but pleased to see you. Oof. Okay, I will admit I'm really enjoying the friggin' clarified porn star martini. Very tasty, and I've still got another big serve of it. Really, don't know if I'll have that tonight. Oh God, FW, you're equating vodka with tripe. The thing, vodka's not meant to have flavor by definition. Vodka is a neutral spirit. Like I said, the only thing it's good for is as an alcohol delivery system. And sometimes that's what you want. Oh God, Latoya, you're in the hospital? No good? What is happening? I hope it's nothing too serious. I hope they're looking after you. Hope it doesn't send you bankrupt. All these little things trying to send a bit of positivity out there as we gear up for party night. Well, look, I couldn't resist. I was in the supermarket. I'm always looking for half price things. No sugar drinks. Pink lemonade, because I'm a manly man. I'm going to be drinking pink lemonade later. Your heart. Oof. that's rough. I hope they're looking after you. It sounds like you maybe need someone looking after you. So I hope it's good staff in the hospital. Oh yeah, no Earth W. I got it because I like it. And it's just mixing it up. So I'm not always drinking the mineral water. No, but I really like the mineral water. But I just thought, oh, something different. I'll get that. I like a bit of variety. Ooh, and I'm going to do some taste comparisons later, actually, with this fruit flavored rum spirit. If it's any good, or even it's not good, like, I'll give you a word up. Super special at Dan's this week, if you remember, this flavored spiced rum drink. Different fruit flavors. It's navy strength, so it's really strong. And it's normally 75, and two of the flavors are 45 this week. It's like 40% off, which is pretty freaking good. And they're good for cocktails because they're really strong in flavor and alcohol content. So you can just add a little bit to a cocktail to give it, a little bit of extra kick. Like they are not, at least the ones I've tried, I would not describe them as drinking rums, sipping rums. They're mixing rums. Safa, you never know how long a night's going to be till it's over. We'll see, A, how my stamina goes, and B, how much everyone hangs around and is enthusiastic for more of my shenanigans. So playing it by ear, essentially. We will just see what happens in terms of how long we go tonight. And I don't have anything on tomorrow. It's not a date night tomorrow night, so I'm probably streaming tomorrow night. Nothing's come up yet that would stop me from streaming, as it has the last couple of Saturdays. So yes, as I was mentioning last night, I haven't streamed on a Saturday night for over a month. So see what happens. Don't have energy drink. I have energy drink just before the stream. I always do on party night, not other nights. Just party night when I'm gonna try and have a bit of stamina. I'll have an energy drink before the stream. It looks like mustard. I don't know. I don't know if you know what mustard looks like, Safa. Mustard's like yellow or orange, depending who makes it. This is green. Flavor energy drink. I think it was peach. Like Monster No Sugar energy drinks are the ones I always get. Again, because if you keep your eye out, you get them half price at the supermarket. Looks yellow to you. Well, trust me, it's green. It's very green. So I don't know if it's your monitor or what, because even looking on my screen, it's distinctly green. Or maybe you just don't know what yellow and green are. But different monitors and whatnot do different color things. Safa, cameras lie. Cameras lie by definition. What your average camera does is okay. Again, dangerous territory. But look, less so with video, but like when you take a photograph, that it's got no like depth perception, and it's an absolute fixed moment that is often fixed in a way that the naked eye cannot see, but it's like this frozen thing of what a one-eyed person would see. But there's a million things that can be variables. So The whole thing of the camera never lies, which is ridiculous because cameras lie by definition. All right. You know what? I've drunk that. Before I get drunk, I think I will do the unboxing video. All right, and I'll get that out of the way. So let's go. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have one more look for my wood chips. Rip wood chip. Nana's got a plastic hip. This box is heavy. It's got a few bottles in it. Inside be tasty, so don't be hasty. Luigi. Okie dokie. Right, really searching through my stuff. Determined to find this bag of wood chips. Is it in here? It is not. Looking in places where I think it isn't, just to rule it out. Begin the forbidden double of mystery. So, my metal straw. What's this? What is this? Magnets. Why have we got magnets in here? No keyboard. Drawing tablet. Ooh, smoky whiskeys. This is not in here. Why am I still looking in here? Okay. Not in here. You know what? I'm going to disappear for a minute. I'm going to have one more look in the kitchen. Oh, Whittaker's chocolate. Dang. Okay. Let's play YouTube. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, Pez liked my comment. Good on you, Pez. Saying I like the song. It was a good pop song. I put it on the Jukebox channel on Discord. What have we got? My videos. No, we want my channel. View my channel. I'm going to play you a video when I have to go out for a couple of minutes. Ooh, New Zealand ice cream is good. Safa, I'm still using the old laptop. I haven't heard from Dr. Abigail if she's made any headway with fixing it. If she comes in tonight, we'll ask. Yeah, popular. What's one I haven't played for ages? The one where I make fun of John McCain. $2.5 million views. Okay, it's 2 minutes. I don't think I'll be gone longer than 2 minutes. Let's do this. We go YouTube. John McCain. Oh, look, I'm at Luna Park. Okay, how old is this? September 2008. So this is almost 17 years old. And for anyone wondering, yes, it does feel weird for me when I play really old videos like this. It just does. All right. We'll see what happens.
Angry, 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 angry Fozzie.
In the interests of being completely non-partisan, I'm going to offer some campaign advice to John McCain. The most valuable campaign advice he could possibly get. Stop fucking smiling! You're scaring the children! Or more accurately, come to terms with the fact you don't know how to smile. Baring your teeth is not the same as smiling. Smiling is something relaxed, natural, happy people do. Baring the teeth is something sharks and flesh-eating zombies do just before they strike. I mean it about scaring children. I'm having to put my kids to bed every night saying, no, it's okay. The scary man with the teeth on TV can't come out and get you while you're sleeping. You're safe.
I am an undead zombie back from the grave, and I want to eat the skin from your face.
I get where it's coming from. McCain's handlers said to him, everyone just thinks you're a scary, grumpy old man. You need to seem more friendly. Try smiling. That might have sounded like a good idea, but McCain can't smile. He's just fucking scary. They say once you can fake sincerity, you've got it made. And all the other runners in the presidential race can fake it perfectly. Obama can turn on a charming smile anytime. Biden, he can do a folksy down-home natural smile anytime he wants. Even McCain's running mate, Scary McLiarpants, she can smile and make it look natural, but not John McCain. I know McCain fancies himself as the strong type, but you can take that too far when you pull faces that make people think,
I am going to decorate my office wall with your flesh.
That is not reassuring. John McCain, stop smiling.
My favorite thing about that video is in other times I'd had Trump fans trying to make me feel bad, saying I was being disrespectful to John McCain. And I was like, suck my balls. I mean, honestly, you're a Trump fan. Trump was hideously, not just disrespectful, hateful to John McCain. You're a Trump supporter. You can't criticize me for shit. So I just had a half idea of where my wood chips might be, but they're not. But you know what? I'm going to do my unboxing. And hello, Celtic, by the way. And I think I want to adjust that. I get so hyperfixated on how the camera's framed when I'm online. All right, let's do an unboxing because that's what the cool kids do. And I'm definitely not a cool kid, but you know, I want to pretend. It's in here. No, okay. Just looking at a few other things. Big bag. Can't find my little bag of wood chips. Found a big bag of porn DVDs, but that's not so useful. Okay, fuck it. Let's just do the unboxing. Okay, let's do this. Okie doke. Turn this on. Turn the ring light on. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh, I don't even. Duh. Don't even have that open. There we go. G'day, cocktail lovers. Today, for something different, I'm doing an unboxing. That's what the cool kids do on the internet, isn't it? Before you know it, I'll be doing reaction videos. This is a subscription cocktail club I joined. It was recommended by Steve the bartender. And it's local, it's Australian, and they specialize in always giving you Australian ingredients, which I absolutely love. This is only the second box I've received. So I'm going to open it up and doubtless make a cocktail. Also, how cute is their tagline? Inside be tasty, so don't be hasty. Honestly, the tasty makes me want to be hasty. Where's the phone? Have to turn it upside down to open it. This month's is a smoked cocktail. So I've got a little handy guide on safely using smoking kits, which is nice. Fun fact, New York City, Spark 2007, in Soho's Taylor, Eben Freeman smoked Coke syrup and poured it with bourbon. The Whalen, is often named as the start of today's smoked cocktail wave. There you go, a smoked Coke syrup. Sounds interesting. There's some packaging which is going to make a terrible mess in here, I think. They've actually provided a Demerara syrup, which is interesting to me, at least, because I don't think I've ever had a commercially made sugar syrup. I always make my own. So I'm very keen to taste what this is like. Where is the frickin' seal on this? So cute little container that's got the wood chips in it. Oh God, I'm making a mess. It's so light, I didn't think it was full. But of course, wood chips are pretty light. It's a cool little UFO-shaped device for putting my wood chips in and flavoring my cocktail. Actually, this is really fascinating. This super does look like a UFO. I'm keen to see what this looks like when I smoke it. It's even got a little thing on top. All right, put that there. The first booze element, Solera Rye from the Gospel Distillery. I've had quite a few Gospel products in the past. Their two core range is the Solera Rye and the Straight Rye, both really good, and they do some good limited editions as well. This is Australia's only specialist rye whiskey distillery that I know of. A lot of distilleries make rye whiskey, but then they make other sorts of whiskey too. The Gospel specialize in rye. There's a liqueur element in here as well, Nocino. This is another local, the Marionette Distillery. So that's a walnut flavored liqueur. Even more colorful packaging. Oh, wow, that's going to make such a mess. There's a box. What's in here? Ooh, okay. It is the butane torch for smoking. I forgot to get some butane, but I have another one in the kitchen that I can use tonight. It's a pretty sexy torch, though. It's way sexier than mine. All right. Oh, where did that go? Besides the actual cocktail elements, you get cards that have tips on them. Another fun fact, Solera, how this whiskey is named, it's an aging style where you don't fully empty a barrel when you're getting the whiskey out. You leave some in and then you add the new batch on top of it. So there's always the spirit of the original whiskey in there. The cards have all sorts of interesting suggestions on other cocktails you can use. And this is for the Marionette Nocino. Also has its own fun fact. Nocino was once considered a witch's brew in parts of Italy. Thought to have healing powers, used in small doses as a digestive or even a cold remedy. So this is practically health food that I'm having. I'm not exactly sure how this comes into it, but there's a Clint Eastwood quote. Sometimes if you want to see a change for the better, you have to take things into your own hands. Okay, so the actual cocktail recipe is an original they call the Smoking Gun. And it's going to be 30 mils of the Solera Rye, 30 mils of the Nocino, 5 mils of syrup, and then we're going to torch it with some red gum wood chips. I've actually had a smoking kit for a while for cocktails. I think I have not made a cocktail video with a smoked cocktail for a while. And I had applewood chips with this one. They both look like UFOs, which I quite like. So I think I'll make 2 of this cocktail and I'll smoke one with applewood chips and one with Australian red gum chips and see how much difference that makes. All right, I'm going to pause recording there. What's happening here? Hey, Justin, by the way. What are we all doing? Ability. Unbox the porn DVDs. Typical for porn DVDs, just the cover would get me banned from YouTube. All right, that stuff. I think it's time for a close-up, Mr. DeMille. Safi, you'll appreciate this. I have to go out and get more ice. Okay, this will only take a minute, so I won't put a video on. I just have to get some ice for making this cocktail. Good idea for a video series. Oh gosh, unboxing porn videos. All right, I'm going to get another bit of clear ice. All right, we've got some things ready. Get ready, because here I come now. Get ready, because here I come now. Did I turn this off? I did. Good. Okay, I better open these bottles. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come over there and sit down because it'll be a little bit of faffing around to open these bottles. So I'll chat while I do that. Okay. Oh, shite. Okay. I think you mentioned before, Turner Classic Movies has a thing where they have wines that come with a card, suggest the movie to watch while you drink it. Turner Classic Movies Wine Club. So we should have the Angry Aussie. Oh, do you want to see the butane lighter? Because it's pretty fucking cool, actually. I just got like a kitchen one. Does not look as cool as the one that came with this kit. Okay, where's the dotted line on this one? There we go. I'm doing the Nocino. It's not a cappuccino. Yeah, cocktail and movie pairing. We should put a bit of thought into that. All right, these little wax sealed ones. It's got little legs like a squid. Wait, where's... Ah, the thing you sent me, Charlie. This is actually going to be perfect, I think, for getting this fucker open. Talk about favorite movies, why you think the cocktail suits it. That is actually a really good idea. You're full of good ideas, son. Ooh, that was a satisfying pop, wasn't it? I like that sound. Yeah, the White Russian's such a shit drink, though. But mind you, the cream element in a White Russian lends itself very much to being a clarified cocktail. Ooh, I am dicing with danger here. If I jerk this bottle suddenly, syrup will go all over me. That off. Huzzah! We did it. You know what? That's fine. Yes, so to say White Russian shit. Mind you, it did crack me up in the movie, that one scene where he called the White Russian a Caucasian. That was funny. Anyway, let's see. How good a pop do we get out of this when we first open it? Yeah, that was not as satisfying as the sugar syrup. How about the liqueur? That was a bit better. But the sugar syrup was the best one. No, it had one really good pop. That's not as good. Okay. All right. So I've got the elements then. Okay. Let's do it. So you don't blame people in Russia drinking all the vodka. Miserable place. Not sure that white Russian or black Russian cocktails are actually popular at all in Russia. All right, actually, let's go. Okay. Okay. Put some red gum wood chips in this sucker. Duck, you sucker. Tell you what, the red gum wood chips are very red. Living up to their name. All right, I'm going to show you the butane lighter. Oh my god, it looks so cool. Look at it. It's like a little gun. Like the one I'm going to use. Wait, where did I put it? Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, this is just a kitchen one. This one's much cooler. Okay, so we got our torch. Okay, got to do the close-up bit. Let's get that GoPro back. Where did it go, Pro? Okay, let's get this over here. Okay. Let's fucking go. Ooh, some good glug glug from the bottle. Okay. I think maybe turn it down a bit more. There we go. Let's go. Whiskey. Nocino. Sugar syrup. It's quite nice. Now, V-add ice. And V-stir. Right. And now we pour it. Let's see if I can do it. Pour that in there. Then I'll make a second one. All right. Let's turn that on. Where's my other glass? Here. Okay. Once more onto the breach. Whiskey. liqueur. Sugar syrup. Okay. Put these lids on. Try to avoid any horrible mishaps. Oops. And I'll just pour this one over here. Okay. So now we want to do the smoking, which I think is going to look so cool in slow motion. It's not doing anything. What the fuck is going on here? Why is it not working? What is this bullshit? Okay, that should work. Right, I'm going to put a little bit more wood chip in. It's currently not really working. There we go, now we're really setting it on fire. Okay. Genuinely disappointed by that. Okay, I just want a visual. So I'm going to do my other one here. I go in here. That's more like it. Okay, a little bit disappointing. Let's do this for now. Okay. There'll be no more faffing around after this. Let's get this going. How's that going? So good, all right. Now we're going here, that's good. To make the cocktail, in a mixing glass, we put 30 ml of the rye whiskey, then 30 ml or 1 ounce of the Nicino liqueur, then around a bar spoon or 5 ml of the Demerara sugar syrup. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. For the smoking, we put the top on the glass, put the wood chips in, and set it on fire. I may too. This has been smoked with the redwood wood chips that came in the kit. I need to try this. You really do get that campfire aroma when you bring it up to your nose or to your mouth. Now, this one was smoked with the applewood chips that I've had for a while. You know what? It's a great drink. I guess arguably it's a variation on an old fashioned, but this red gum is definitely a richer smoke than the applewood. But if you get a smoking kit, which I do recommend because they can be fun, you can really experiment. Like, yes, wood chips is obvious. Most of the kits will send you the wood chips as well, but you can experiment with herbs. I've done it with a cinnamon stick, break up a cinnamon stick and set that on fire. Basically, it adds a really interesting element. And I think I'll make another video another day where I talk about the different ways you can smoke a cocktail, because there are a few ways to do it that range from the very light smoke to the more intense. This is the most intense way to get the smoke, get that whole campfire thing going. It's like I'm double fisting while I'm camping. That's normal. Wow, so suddenly I just thought of a connotation there. Not good, but we'll move right along and just go, I've got two really tasty whiskey and walnut flavored drinks here. And there's just that little campfire aroma. I hope I didn't set any fire alarms off in the house with the amount of smoke I was generating, but it's all in a good cause. Two great drinks. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're looking after yourself wherever you are, and I hope to see you back here soon. Until I do see you again, I'm going to sit back, more of my double fisting bullshit. Until I see you again, I'll say cheers. Oh, that was the most piss-sweet clink. I was just at the last minute was really worried about bringing. Wow, it is so smoky in here now. Not visually, I don't think, but it smells positive in a good way of smoke. All right, time to sit down and drink a drink. Oh. Sorry, was that FW Russian say water is made of vodka? Well, apparently the name vodka actually comes from the Russian word for water. Like all the spirits called water of life. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Dr. Abigail. Sorry, that's pretty gosh darn good. After this, I'll definitely have something non-alcoholic. We got to pace ourselves, which is to say I have to pace myself. Glad to hear you're alive, Dr. Abigail. Ooh, what about my laptop? Any signs of life there? Not pressuring you or anything. What am I doing here? Going to peel a bit of orange peel. Well, that was fucked. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that too much. Super baby update. Good vibes are working. Yay! Rhinovirus is gone. Infection looking good. Able to leave his room. Yay, super baby. Got to send all the good vibes to Super Baby, channel mascot, and doer of great deeds, Super Baby. Hoping to have you home mid next week. Keep the good vibes, good juju going. I'm convinced that's what did it too, Hannah. I've got to send positive vibes out into the universe. And yeah, Super Baby only needs a little bit of help because Super Baby is, after all, Super Baby. but we'll just give him just that little extra boost with the good vibes, good juju, all those things. However one approaches positivity, I shall not judge. We just want the positivity. Oh, that is actually really fucking tasty. Just throwing it out there. Don't know if I'll get any more of those cocktail kits. We'll see. I think next month is a gin one. It has some threefold gins in it. I've seen a teaser for it. Yeah, I agree, Dr. Abigail. It's actually, I would say Henry's saying it's not modern medicine. It's 90% super baby, 10% neurospicy juju. I feel like Dr. Abigail might be right. 99% super baby, because super baby is just super. Neurospicy juju actually sounds like a fantastic cocktail name. I could put some either cinnamon or chili liqueur in it for the spicy element. Actually, what comes up? I'm sure if I put just juju cocktail, surely someone has put a recipe up for something. Taming of the Spoon, good juju in a day at Treaty Oak Distilling. Yes, there are several, unsurprisingly, several cocktails with juju in their name. Good juju. Okay. Okay, so it's gin. This is insane. 2.5 ounces of syrup, 2 ounces lemon juice. Surely you're adding some fucking soda. That sounds horrific. 1 ounce of gin, 2.5 ounces of syrup, and 2 ounces of lemon juice. Oh God. These people are from the devil. Okay, here's another recipe. Is this any better? A juju cocktail. Pineapple rum, lime juice, pineapple cider. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a cider drink. This one. Juju Man. Rum, lemon juice, honey syrup, and ginger syrup. Ginger for the spicy. That's getting closer. That is getting closer. A ginger syrup and maybe either a cinnamon liqueur or a chili liqueur for the spicy. Dr. Abel finished another painting. Garnered much praise from the manager of the studio. Nice. And yeah, Hannah, you're agreeing. Neurospicy needs cinnamon. Distracted by a whole lot of special interest stages while making it. Never gets finished being made. Nice. It's a fine idea for a cocktail, honestly. I'm like, ooh, I'm starting to feel the cocktails. I've only had 2, having a third one. Hey, Heine, how are you doing? Well, the other one I wanted to make, we were talking about on a stream a week or 2 ago, the Grandiloquent, a needlessly complicated last word. Actually, now I need to look that up. I'm going to say formal language for having the last word or winning an argument. What does it say? Prevail, convince, persuade, no. Final say precedence. Prevail, convince. Unassailable logic, no. Okay, a Reddit thread. What is this person says there's something called the last word fallacy. One party makes a claim, the other fails to respond. The first party argue claim to be true. Oh, Reddit. Fuck you. Say overly verbose way of saying you have the last word or winning an argument. Ooh, what's the name of a person who has to have the last word? An ultinumbler. The Grand Eloquent Ultinumbler. Holy shit, that's a good name. What do you call someone who always has to win an argument? That's not the devil's advocate. What the fuck? In Quora, what's the name of a person who always has to have the last word? Oh, I think I've got it though. Call it the Grand Eloquent Ultinumbler. The Grand Eloquent Ultinumbler. Damn. Yeah. Oh god, Jordan Peterson's so fucking stupid. Oh, I think Dr. Abigail's just saying Jordan Peterson is someone who has to have the last word. But he doesn't. He has so little to say. It's just like, dude, using deliberately confusing language is not a sign that you're very smart. It's a sign that you don't actually have a very good answer. Yes, Hannah, the person who always has to have the last word. Petty arsehole. Yes. Yeah, we're just mentioning arseholes. Yes. Oh, Ben Shapiro, another stupid arsehole. Oh. I did see a little clip, someone saying, because, okay, a lot of people are going, oh, the new South Park's awesome. I mean, look, it's funny that South Park is ripping on the Trump crowd. It's still as childish as ever. And honestly, you know, I have a lot of time for childish humor. I'm very childish. But they had one where they're incredibly unsubtly making fun of debate pros, which, you know, they fucking deserve. But apparently, little small face Charlie, what's his name, posted on his social media about the character who's just being an asshole in the South Park episode. Like, he identifies with him and goes, cool, Charlie Kirk, thank you. Home for the Elderly. The guy whose face is too small for his head. Yeah, he posted on his social media like, oh, good one. Like, he seems to literally not get that they're saying, you're a fucking asshole. Like, you fucking suck so much. Because, again, yeah, Tim Pool's another one. Dave Rubin, these people are just not smart. It's like they've I love how they memorize some rhetorical argument terms. Like they've memorized the list of logical fallacies, and they think if they just spout these words, particularly if it's in Latin or pseudo-Latin, they think that means they're smart because they memorized something. And they are just not smart people. They really, really, really fucking stupid. But before I completely dull my senses, you know, something I go, oh God, Humphrey, what pics are they of JD Vance going around? That one where someone's AI'd him into being a weird big baby is pretty off-putting. I don't know which ones you're talking about. FW reminds you of Chihuahua with the noise they make. Nice. Ooh, Dr. Abigail's put pics on. Oh, I love it. We're still being inspired by Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. I love it. Where are we? On the Discord. Nice. Very nice. You share those, right? Good paintings. I like them. Ooh, what are we doing? There we go. Sorry, FW, we mentioned chihuahuas. I just remember these stories I think it's in some parts of LA where people's pets got out. Like, chihuahuas go fucking feral if they're in the loose. Like, they're dangerous, freaky little things with very pointy, sharp teeth. And I saw a video, there's some neighborhoods where packs of chihuahuas are wandering around and they're like really fucking dangerous. I mean, you know, human, you can just fucking kick it. They're going to bite you, but you could just drop kick them. But yeah, they attack other pets. And if you're not feeling in the mood to drop kick some chihuahuas, it can be quite dangerous. But it was quite freaky to see. The stupidest little dogs actually go really savage if they're let go feral. And you have these pointy little teeth. You do not want to get bitten by the fuckers. Because it hurt. Oh, FW posting, is that looks like it's like Jeff Wayne's musical version of War of the Worlds. Yes, narrated by Richard Burton. So from 2006, so they're just playing the recording because Burton had been dead for 20 years at that point. God, I listened to that album so much growing up. Justin, I saw that thing about the world's nicest judge dying. I'd never heard of him. I have no fucking idea who he is. Oh, yeah, FW, Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. Friggin' awesome. I listened to it so much growing up. All right, sorry. I'm going to show this JD Vance pictures. It's on a scale of 1 to 9. Which JD Vance are you feeling like today? This seems very low resolution, I'm just going to say. 1, 2, 3. Where are we feeling today on the JD Vance scale? I think maybe, I feel like I'm maybe Furby JD Vance. Oh, sorry. I actually, okay, this one I actually get. Dr. Abigail's put this GIF as a response up. And that's from the sitcom Community. He's talking about how small something and there's a very minimal number of pixels. But even with the minimal number of pixels, I get it. It's funny because it's true. Justin, the judge had a YouTube channel. I will take your word for it. I'd literally never heard of him, but some people I know seem to think it was a sad thing that he died. I was like, cool. Peter Dutton, too old for politics. Too shit for politics, Safa. I don't even know how old he is. Are you referencing what someone said in the media or something, Safa? Because age is not a thing I take into account with Peter Dutton. Just what a horrible piece of shit he is. Horrible, soulless, racist monster. So if he said it himself at an LNP conference. Okay, well, in that case, it's a cop-out. Someone say, you're going to make a comeback. Oh, I'm too old. It's just like he just got the humiliation. He got his ass handed to him. I love it. Second time a sitting Liberal Party Prime Minister lost their seat at an election. Fucking hilarious. John Howard, also an absolute piece of shit. Probably not as actively, maliciously evil as Dutton, but he's still a rancid piece of shit. Oh God. Sorry. Some nightmare stuff's going to get posted on the Discord now. I can see it. Justin, I think you're right. I think Tim Wilson fancies himself as a force in the future, but he's still like in an ultra marginal seat. And it seems kind of ridiculous to put someone in an ultra marginal seat. You know, I think, ooh, what's that? Mrs. Angry. Oh, Mrs. Angry's going to bed early because she's tired. All right. I'm going to try not to make too much noise. SW, is that really the LNP gave Dutton a standing ovation for being the biggest loser? Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right, Justin. He was in opposition. Thank you for correcting me on that. Because he lost the election and Labor sweep in, and then Labor's second term, he lost his seat. Dr. Abel woke up from 4-hour nap because he's tired. That's what naps are for. Oh, also, not putting any pressure on you or anything, Dr. Abigail, but is there any hope for life out of my laptop? Oh, yum. That's really fucking good. This pink lemonade tastes like musk sticks. Tastes like my childhood. That's really fucking yum. Justin, you want Tim Wilson to be leader just because it would be hilarious. That's dark sense of humor. I showed this off before, didn't I? This is the torch that came with my smoking kit and the cocktail kit. And it's got no gas in it. But even like the nozzles, like 4 jets there in the nozzle. It just looks so fucking cool. I've got to get some butane and fill this. God, I tell you what, this cocktail club I'm in, great kit. The kit looks so cool. Like this shaker here. All the kit is in this like black anodized metal. It just looks really cool and sleek. This is really nicely weighted. I still use the clear one when I'm making videos because I like the slow motion thing of the ingredients going in as clear. But I got like a cocktail strainer that's also anodized black. A julep strainer that's anodized black. And over here, the muddler that's anodized black. Or as Dr. Abigail says whenever she's here and sees my cocktail muddlers, anything's a sex toy if you're brave enough. Suffer is the metal expensive? I don't know. To be fair, Dutton made Australian political history by losing his seat as opposition leader. Yeah, that was history, definitely. Dr. Abigail, going to be honest, I haven't checked. That's fine. There's no rush. Yeah, no, super fatigued. There's no pressure on this. It was just an inquiry. Oh yeah, Justin, I agree. Tim Wilson's a piece of shit. My local member. He's a petulant, self-absorbed dork. You know, like most of the Liberal Party. Fuck it, like most politicians. I am no cheerleader for the Labor Party. Saying better than the Liberal Party, it's the Shakespearean line, damning with faint praise. If the best thing you can say about someone is they're not as bad as that absolute piece of shit, that's not great, is what I'm saying. You know, call me naive, but I hope for better than not absolutely shit from politicians. Does that make me naive? Maybe it does. Man, maybe I need to get some more of this pink lemonade. That's really fucking tasty. Justin, that's why you think it'd be funny. I mean, dark humor, Justin, definitely. Oh, Jesus. Scary JD Vance memes. Oh, God. Who gets this reference from the fucking Zelensky press conference? It's, you know, it's kind of like, you know, so like if Trump died, I don't know if it would be better or worse if Trump died. I don't think there's anyone who has the sort of impact that he does, but there's definitely a lot of people in the Republican Party in the US who think they can take things even further than Trump, but I just know. Justin, who would I pick to be Liberal leader? I don't fucking care. I cannot give you a sensible answer to that. I have no opinion of people in the Liberal Party. Safa, Vance has stopped me from getting into the US. Have you heard the Loony Party? I always liked the parties people came up with for the Canberra elections. It was like the party. And the ironic no self-government for Canberra party. Oh, Jesus Christ, Earth W, that is evil. I think you and Justin are having a competition for the most evil nomination for Liberal Party leader, Tim Wilson or Michaela Cash. Jesus. Dr. Abigail, do you think the JP would collapse like a star turning a black hole without Trump's? I kind of think you're right. That's right, Justin. You as a US citizen, theoretically, they have to let you in. So if you're drinking apple juice, well, of course it's not alcoholic if it's apple juice. If it's apple cider, you might have to specify. Oh, speaking of which, I have to try my barrel-aged Applejack. I might do it tomorrow because I want to make a video of it. I've already done 2 videos and I'm not sure Oh God, FW Jacinta Price as well. God, she's a fucking loose cannon, isn't she? Keeps acting like she's going to do something unhinged, like join Clive Palmer or something. Ugh, honestly. What a fucking dog's breakfast they are. Oh, well, we're just going to see what Labor does in the next couple of years. I love that, Safa. They have to let you into Russia, but you're not going there. Russia's banned WhatsApp. Was it just... Is it because it's actually encrypted and Putin wants to spy on everyone? Oh, God. Home for the Elderly just going off the charts with JD Vance pictures. And he seems like the sort of person who's so thin-skinned, he would have a lot of trouble dealing with it. Because there's the thing, like, and I'm not on board with it. The California governor, Gavin Newsom, making fun of Trump on social media by tweeting and posting like Trump does, just to fuck with Trumpies. I was talking about it last night. It did lead to the incredibly humorous thing of some fucking wingnut on Fox News saying, "Oh, Gavin Newsom's being so immature." And he's going, he is doing exactly what the fucking president of the United States does. Oh, because someone said Putin replaced WhatsApp. He says, can't have WhatsApp, but here's a local proud Russian app called Max, which the FSB used to spy on you. And yes, Justin, I agree with you. I feel like there's nobody in the Liberal Party that appeals to millennials and Zoomers. Like, there's no one in the Liberal Party who appeals to anyone under 40. FW, a woman you knew in New South Wales libs thought interrupting a Treasury report State Council was a relevant point of order. Could be sent to... it's a wild and crazy thing. That's not bad. Putin wants to get rid of Microsoft in Russia. I mean, you know, even a stopped clock is right twice a day. I want to get rid of Microsoft too. Nug! How you going, Nug? What's happening? Anyone under 60? Well, now you're getting into Gen X if you say under 60. And there are plenty of fuckhead conservative Gen Xers who love the Liberal Party. It's just shite. Yes, Dr. Abiel, you got rid of Microsoft in your house, going with the open source operating systems. I certainly cannot be bothered doing that. Too much like hard work, and I'll pay the price for it. Look, not much. Just got back from Zimbabwe trip, getting back to routine. How long were you in Zimbabwe? That's the piece that showed boomers only generation which mostly voted conservative. Yeah, as a Gen Xer, there is a decent number of fucked in the head conservative Gen Xers. Stuff for Windows 11 spyware. Fucking everything's spyware, mate. We are living in a ridiculous bullshit world. It's kind of like, I don't know, a significant number of people get more brittle and conservative as they get older. Boomers have the most voters. Well, I don't think they do anymore. And I think that's what's got conservatives terrified. I mean, there's ridiculous culture war bullshit in the US where young white men are voting very conservative. Safa, there is a bit more progressiveness in millennials than conservatives, but like I said, it varies in different environments. There is some super weirdness in the US with younger white men voting super conservative. But yeah, it's just this ridiculous cultural bullshit. Nog in Zimbabwe for 2 weeks, getting stuff ready for an event, unveiling a tombstone for your granddad, great grandparents, did jack shit, 70. But that sounds pretty cool, though. Something for the ancestors. If you've got more left as your age, I mean, so have I. According to this study, populations become more servant as they age, but individuals do not. Poor people die at younger ages. Damn, that's fucking dark. I mean, it sounds like it checks out, quite honestly. But a very dark bit of reality there. All right. What am I gonna do now? Let's see, 10 to 10. Okay. Well, I've been good and had one non-alcoholic beverage. Maybe I have earned having another one. Did get to play with some puppies and a dog whose greed for belly rub disgusts you. That sounds like a good time, though. All right, I want to empty this bottle of Starward honeycomb. So I might mix it with something. Let's go over here, see what we can mix it with. Actually, do a proper taste of this sugar syrup. As I was saying earlier, I don't think I've ever had a commercially made sugar syrup. Yep, tastes like sugar. All right. I don't know how much is in this. Is it going to be more than it's going to be more than I thought. I mean, maybe I'll just have this on ice. Whatever. Maybe I put a bit of the Nocino in there. What do I have that would go well with honey-flavored whiskey? I think maybe. You know, fuck it. Some of my blood orange liqueur. Overrun of my blood orange liqueur. Just a splash. Oh, yeah. All right. That's some good stuff. That to become close to death a few times. Too scary for the dead people. Yeah, to rattle with them. It's the other thing, you know, they won't let me die. Heaven's scared of me and hell's worried I'll take over. Dang and hell. Well, we'll have to see what I'm going to watch tomorrow, another week. I start to feel guilty when I'm sitting on the lounge for a long time. And it's like, I should be doing something. But should I? Should I really? I think I should just be relaxing. So I'm trying to cut out carbs at the moment for at least, a couple months. and Mrs. Angry said, "Oh, what about your bacon baguette? You change that to something or have less of it?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, that stays." So what's that? Are you trying to say, ask, do I have a conscience? Carbs are sugars, Safa, which technically is enemy, but I have too much sugar in my system because of indulgence, and I am at risk of getting type 2 diabetes, which would be fucking bad on so many levels. And consensus is you do less carbs and you can lower your blood sugar and reduce that risk. Oh, I'm feeling. I literally just no. There's no diabetes in my family. It's just me for being a fat fuck and having too much sugar. Oh, Noog, the baguette is so good. It's a sourdough baguette from this little boutique bakery. So fucking good. Evidently, my dinner I made tonight was my low carb thing. It was onion, mushroom, chicken, sausage in a tomato sauce with cheese on top. So if sugar goes through, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh God, Justin, what have you posted on the Discord? Oh God, you're trying to do the same things. Okay. I don't think that looks, if that's meant to be Tim Wilson, I don't think that looks like him. Oh God, there's too much JD. And by too much weird JD Vance pictures is barely enough. Oh, I haven't done the mushroom burger yet, Home for the Elderly. I'm gonna do it though. I was saying something about doing it for tomorrow. I probably won't do it tomorrow because I made this huge fucking thing. I put cheese on it and baked it. It's probably 4 meals. It's really tasty. But I'm definitely going to do the mushroom burger thing. See how it goes. Hey, Pat, how are you doing? FW, love a mushy burger? Yeah. Oh, man, Butterfly, you're still here. You got to go put your phone up before your bitchy boss gets here. All right. I hope your workday is not too bad, Madam Butterfly. Ooh. Oh man, the orange liqueur gives that a little bit of bite. So many so-called orange liqueurs just taste like sugar. Mine has a real sort of zesty orange oil bite to it. Wow, Safa, are you sure that's not alcoholic apple juice you're drinking? Your typing is even worse than normal. Handsome femboy. Follow you to tell you unfollow you. Duh, power move, handsome femboy. Also, just being a handsome femboy is a power move. But tip of the hat to you. Gonna follow me just to tell me you're unfollowing me. Wicked power move. No, had a mushroom burger from Mickey D's, the Dubai airport. Big tasty burger bun with the mushroom on top of that. Oh, wow, that's so good. I'm my idea for a mushroom burger was literally getting 2 really fucking big mushrooms and they're the bun. Yes, Arthur, didn't it come up on screen? The Twitch person? This one. Found you to tell you I'll unfollow you. Handsome femboy. Just doing a power move on me. See? Power. I'm just going. I'm calling it. Handsome femboy, power bottom. Here we go. Pat, maybe a bit later with joining me, buddy. Earth, are you going to buy mushy burger from a local cafe? They stopped making it. Damn. Oh, no. Okay, so here's my thing. Okay, so like burger patty, cheese, bacon, maybe some vegetable elements if I'm feeling good. But get some huge mushrooms, probably cook them in butter. Then I don't know how I'd hold it. Might be too hot, but I'm willing to fucking try. Madam Butterfly getting off at... Oh, that's right. You said it was an early finish today. Finishing at lunchtime. Nice. Dr. Abigail, femboys seriously make you question your sexuality. Like regularly, power moves like that may as well turn straight. But are you straight if you're, getting a power bottom femboy? Sexuality is fluid. No, it's not fluid. Some people are very fixed in their sexuality. It's a spectrum. Like our collective mental state on this stream. Definitely spectrum. Safa, femboys, honest. Awesome. I'm appreciative of everything. Male, female, non-binary, butch, femme. It's all good. Earth W likes a power-dressed woman. Nice. Personally, I just think variety is the spice of life. Keep an open mind, I think. And just, you never know what opportunities come your way if you keep an open mind. That's all I'm saying. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to be good. I'm not shit-faced yet, but it is also only 10 o'clock. Finish that. I'm gonna have another non-alcoholic drink, I think. Trying to be good. And then I'll maybe try and get creative with something alcoholic. Earth W accidentally thought out loud while standing behind a policewoman like, ooh, nice bottom. That is, I don't know. It depends what you want to get out of the policewoman. It's like the old Skyhook song, Women in Uniform. Dr. Abigail, shaved-headed tradie woman keeps walking past your place and checking you out. Don't know if you're... Ooh, damn. There, see? Conflict, excitement, danger. Woof, who knows? Damn. The fraught existence of human life. I'm not even sure that made sense. I was trying to make sense then. I'm not sure I got there. But that's okay. Ooh! That's the thing I had to do. I was going to do a taste. Okay, I'm going to drink something non-alcoholic. I'm going to stick with that. But I'm going to taste some high-proof rum drinks after this. See if I recommend. Like I said, hot tip if you're a cocktail person and want some flavored rums and some strong ones. These Navy strength fruity spiced rum drinks at Dan's going for $45 instead of $75. Couldn't resist. Ugh. But I'll do a taste test because what have I got? I think I've got banana, passion fruit, and grapefruit now. But we'll see. I got the grapefruit one today. It was $45 instead of $75. If it's at all palatable, it's kind of worth it. Oh, yes, Afra, I would be under the table if I had big ones. You're going to have a little one. I also got some non-alcoholic mixes. I almost never get these mixes because they're stupidly overpriced. But Dan's sale things, they had a bunch of these things. It's the fruity, sugary mixer for cocktails. And instead of the $20 they normally sell them for, they were $3. So I got maybe I'll taste them as well. I got them just because they were so cheap. What's Daniel Radcliffe doing on Broadway? God, he must be like 40 by now. I can't even keep track. It's kind of like he can just do whatever he wants now. Made enough money from the Harry Potter things to not stress too much. And he can just do stuff. Okay, you know what? I'm going to look it up. Daniel Radcliffe. Broadway. Daniel Radcliffe is in Merrily We Roll Along. I'm not familiar with it. Intelligent, hilarious, human, heartfelt, and alive revival. Merrily We Roll Along is a musical. It's a Sondheim, okay. So if you like musical theatre, that's usually a sign it's going to be pretty good. Based on the 1934 play of the same name by George S. Kaufman and Moss Hart. Okay, I am absolutely unfamiliar with it. Radcliffe's middle name is Jacob. Oh, he's 36. His birthday's in July. Fucking born two. I love that he's shorter than me. Not by much, but he is shorter than me. Daniel Radcliffe, our short king. Oh God, people ask, what is Daniel Radcliffe diagnosed with? Developmental coordination disorder, also known as dyspraxia. There you go. Yeah, I do love that, you know, those Harry Potter kids can do whatever the fuck they want. There you go, Justin. Daniel Radcliffe, 1 month younger than you. Oh, God, I hope the fucking streaming version of Harry Potter fucking fails miserably. Because fuck Rowling. She is such a piece of shit. And she openly and explicitly says if anyone watches, you know, Harry Potter stuff or purchases anything that's her oeuvre, it's an endorsement of her shitty fucking turf attitudes. So I really hope the streaming series Harry Potter, when it comes out, fucking bombs terribly. The Lord of the Rings. I didn't know there was a Lord of the Rings musical. Good Lord. Musicals are ridiculous. Earth W, you have dyspraxia. There you go. Nog. Yes. The Expanse. Brilliant show. Also, the books are very good. And the books, where the streaming series ended, is a good endpoint. But there's another couple of books after that take place 20 years after when those other books finished. And I was just kind of thinking, because I lose track of time, how long ago did The Expanse stop being made? Television series was made between when? 2015? Okay, the first episode was 2015. So it's kind of like, it's almost like 10 years have gone past. You could make the second part of it, which in the books was 20 years later, just make it 10 years later. Because the extra stories were friggin' awesome. Okay, just that's a bleak thing. All the adults in the first Harry Potter movie poster are dead. Damn. So Earth W, you fell over a lot of a child because of dyspraxia. People were surprised you weren't injured. Damn. Ooh. Oh, Dr. Abigail, I think you might appreciate this. I was talking about this last night, but I don't think you were here. The audiobooks I'm listening to at the moment, an Alan Dean Foster trilogy, and it starts off being this space war thing with all these different weird alien species, and there's like two sides, of course, in this launch going on, and then the one side who's maybe the good guys, they're exploring uncharted star systems to see if there's intelligent beings who could maybe help them in the war effort. And sure enough, they find Earth. And the fun thing is what's shaping up is we are space orcs. We are stronger, faster, and more predisposed to violence than any other species in the galaxy. And we don't even know it. We have no idea that we're so fierce compared to us. I'm looking forward to where it goes because I like Alan Dean Foster as a writer. I've read Alan Dean Foster books over the last 40 years. No. Alan Dean Foster. Ender's Game is Orson Scott Card or whatever the fuck his name. Some weird fucking Mormon. No, Alan Dean Foster. Well, I knew him from a series of books, a character called Flinks of the Commonwealth. But Alan Dean Foster also did a lot of Star Wars novelizations. I think he actually did the official novelizations for the first trilogy, but he also did a non-canon sequel to Star Wars before George Lucas knew how big it was going to be, and they wanted a sequel book written to see if people wanted to know about it. And so he published Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which is a good book, but completely non-canon. But anyway, he's written a lot of original stuff too. And this one, which I literally just got because it was a trilogy that was free on Audible, started off a bit slow, but then it's like, oh, they found Earth. Oh, God, we're space orcs. And the human they're interacting with is either fucking stupid or overly optimistic. I'm waiting to see how it develops, but I'm hoping it just develops that the humans get involved in this intergalactic war, and we're space orcs. We are scary and violent and fast and strong compared to, and the key thing, unpredictable compared to other species. Well, Justin, the three highest profile Harry Potter kids and Rage rolling with their support for trans rights. I also missed, what was this all caps thing, Noog? Crumps from Gitchen. Okay, I'm good with it. I'm not sure what you're saying. Also, Dr. Abigail, what's a good HFY story? I feel like I'm meant to understand what you were saying there, but I don't. But yeah, I'm well, actually, how far into the first of these novels? So these Alan Dean Foster novels, which is called the Damned trilogy. The first book is A Call to Arms. The second is The False Mirror. Third is Spoils of War. Okay, good. It's giving me the time for all three books. Title details. What's this going to tell me? Okay, so to get through the three books is 36 and a half hours. I don't know. how much this book is. It's not telling me. Wait, where's the chapters? Maybe. Title details, manage, listening, clips, rate review. Wait a sec, title details. Read more. God, I don't want to fuck anything up on here. I'm trying to work out where the chapters are in this. Speed, timer. No, I feel like I'm going to fuck some. Oh, wait, no, I think that might be it. Okay. XVII, XO. Ooh, there are 30 chapters. I'm up to chapter 15 of 30 chapters. So I think I'm kind of halfway through the first book. Oh God, sorry, my nose is irritated. Anyway, I'm hoping the whole space orc. Oh, HFY is humans. Fuck yeah. I think it's one. Okay. Noog. Oh, orcs in Warhammer. Yeah, okay. Basically just English football hooligans. Yeah. So the concept of humans as space orcs was a thing that probably dates back to the original Usenet groups in the early days of the internet. People started positing sci-fi where it's just like humans are terrifying to other species, like all our weird behavior and violence and whatnot is unique in the universe. And damn, it's just a fun thing. I feel like someone just put something else on the Discord. That's on. Sorry. Okay. So someone else help me, because I have this thing where I hate seeing unread things. Like I have to change emails, any sort of social media with unread things. I can't handle it. And just that is an interesting question. What happens to the new Harry Potter kids? Will they stay on the whole thing and quit? Yeah, it's fuck. Who knows? I'm hoping it fails so badly it never gets finished. Because, yeah, fuck J.K. Rowling. Hateful turf piece of shit. Also, how old is she? I don't even know. Okay. I need to... Yeah, how old is she? Okay, she's only a year older than me. I thought, and that's what I thought. I thought she's like senior Gen X. I didn't think she was a boomer. Because a lot of her attitudes are very familiar to stuff I saw in the 80s. Second wave feminists who were very angry at stuff like drag, saying it was insulting to women, and they just ended up equating trans women with drag. And look, there's definitely, I was going to say some misogyny. There's a shit ton of misogyny in drag. Not all drag, but it certainly exists. So we shall see what happens on that front. It's a big and mysterious world, and I don't know what is what. The 80s was toxic as fuck for anyone who didn't fit small definition. Oh yeah, there's I feel like, progressive humans have progressed so much since the 80s. I mean, that's when I came of age in the 80s. And so there was a lot of stuff that was like enlightening to me. But, Home Fidelity, you're going to cook some pasta for Soph. She finishes work. Oh, that's what I like to see. Man caring for his partner. Good stuff. Ugh. Very, very, very good stuff, Home Theology. 2 thumbs up for you, my brother. Oof. The words we could get away with saying in the 80s. Well, and again, the whole thing about accepting that is hateful and abusive language. Because particularly, I mean, like, we go back to, I was in high school for Muck Up Day. I dressed up as Hitler. We just thought that shit was funny. It was like Sid Vicious in punk in the 70s wearing a T-shirt that had a swastika on it because it upset the normies. It was radical. And then you realize it's like, oh, you can upset the normies without being really hateful to marginalized people. Because it's actually a really shallow and cheap thing to say, yeah, I'm upsetting the normies, but you're actually doing something that's quite hateful to people who are already emotional. Oh, nice, Dr. Abigail doing a gig with the jazz band. I hope it goes well. SW said, as a person with disabilities, divorced parents and queer, 80s atmosphere made it important to learn how to fight. Yeah, I get that. I fucking get that. Oh, home for the elderly with a nerd humor. You've got 1,000 megabytes with your band? Oh. 1,024 if you're very old school. Yeah, but in the 80s, and just the humor. I grew up like at school. The funniest jokes were dead baby jokes, and it's just like there was this thing about being confrontational and shocking and offensive. That's edgy and funny, and it's just like it's as we've evolved, it's just kind of shallow and empty. Oh, Irish jokes. That's another one. I'm the elderly. Dr. Abigail, your previous band was called 999 megabytes because you never had a gig. Damn. SW, things the 80s you loved, think we've lost something good, like freedom to roam as a child. Look, also, speaking of being one of 10 kids, I think my mum just kind of did a head count at the end of the night to see if everyone was there, work out if anyone had died during the day. I have no idea how she managed what she managed, because I don't think I could do it, quite honestly. Well, Dr. Abigail, Raymond fell down a well in the backyard, which we covered over. So I don't know if we count that as 11 kids or 10 kids. I love that you know my family folklore. It's brilliant. Abigail, do you remember running through cement and getting stuck? Holy shit. I remember one time in my street, they dug up the street because they were putting new pipes in. So there were these huge fucking trenches, because we had a couple side streets that weren't sealed, and there were these huge fucking trenches they dug because they were going to lay new pipes in. And when they were there, me and the kids across the street, we were like doing trench warfare. We were down in the trenches grabbing big dirt clods that had been churned up in the diggy and just throwing them at each other. Holy shit, we amused ourselves for hours doing that. Justin, I am one of 10 kids. 11 if you count my mystery sibling Raymond. My mum did actually have 2 miscarriages, so maybe Raymond was one of them. Who knows? Also, fun thing with conservatism in country towns, which is and women being treated like shit. Both of my mum's miscarriages happened after me. I have 2 younger brothers, but there were also 2 miscarriages under me. And she told me she actually got harassed by the medical staff at the hospital when she's going in for some treatment, because they're like, oh, so you've already got like 8 kids, 9 kids, 10 kids. They were basically saying you induced this miscarriage, which makes you an evil, soulless monster. Oh my God. People are fucked. Sorry, what was your one home for the elderly? You had a remote control car. You drove it down a drain pipe in front of the house with a grate on it. You lowered your sister down there to get it, and she's never forgiven you. God damn. Safa, so many siblings with kids. Like my 2 kids, like my second kid was my mum's 20th grandchild. FW traveled alone in the country to stay with relatives as a kid. Damn. And you did that too over the elderly. Okay. Noog, maybe the Hippocratic Oath needs to be include the line, don't be a dick. Oh, it fucking should. Also, yeah, I just remember my sister, I forget what it was, but she had to have a procedure called a DNC, and I forget what that stands for, but it's a thing to do with lady parts. And one of the scenarios in which you would have it is after an abortion. That's not the only scenario in which you would have it. And when she was having it, it wasn't because she had an abortion. But she said, my mum, I remember my mum saying, like, yeah, this nursing staff were being absolute shitheads, treating her like she'd had an abortion, and therefore she was the evil whore of Babylon. Country town conservative is fucking evil. Philody was your grandma. She lived in a small town, border of Victoria, called Carnarvon. Freedom of going in a quiet town exploring. Icy Felix, hello. Sorry, was that you being a femboy on Twitch? Okay, a drag queen, not that I'm the expert or arbiter of this, but a drag queen is someone who dresses up for performance in an exaggerated caricature of a woman and does a show. A femboy is just, again, someone assigned male at birth who dresses and presents in something that's a little bit more traditionally feminine. But it's femboys, it's not a performance thing. Drag queen is a performance thing. Femboy is just how you live your life. And I shouldn't really be the one saying this because I'm neither a drag queen nor a femboy, but you know. Hopefully back in the day where there was a servo in the corner that had arcade games. Oh shit. Oh, I grew up with arcade games. So good. Earthly Matong, I don't know that town. Although I do love looking on maps and just seeing the wild names all the country towns have. The ones that are either indigenous or inspired by indigenous names. People think they're giving you indigenous names. There are some fucking awesome town names in Australia. It's like when you put that, reminds me of a town near me that was called Molong. Never thought of Charlene as a drag queen at some point. Well, I feel like Charlene's a character. I legit think a drag queen has to be a public performance thing, but that's just me. Matong's between Grong and Narandra. See? Again, fantastic town names. Icy Felix, Street Fighter 2. I was never any good at the fighting games. Like, I would play like the original Mortal Kombat and all that sort of thing. I hope, Theo, did you just look up Meetung? Okay. No, I'm just tempted to open Google Maps and keep scanning around and finding awesome town names because I swear to God, they're so good. All the little towns in Australia with their wild names. It just makes me want to go, who lives there? How many people are there? What happens there? And also because there was a period, like when my young'uns, particularly like at Christmas and stuff, they wanted to go and visit my family in Dubbo and we'd do road trips. Most country towns that have more than a dozen people in them have a museum, and it can be like really niche stuff in the museum. I've often thought that would make a good documentary. Just travel to all the small towns and find out what museum they have and look at the exhibits in the museum, because I feel like there's just some wild stuff there. Icy Felix, Melbourne. I like Melbourne. Why does Channel 9 and 7 shit out break-ins, gangs, shopping centre? No, it's not. It's been a ridiculous conservative talking point for, I don't know, 10 years about out of control gang crime. And shit happens. Bad shit happens. Some people have to deal with bad shit. That's just thing. But the ridiculous hype the conservative media has been doing for, I don't know, the last 10 fucking years is just not real. FW Matong had a PMG, the Postmaster General, until 88. Government Rain Towns put in direct fire. Yeah, the PMG was the precursor. It was a combination of the post office and telecommunications till they split it into Australia Post and Telstra. Oh God! For the elderly, you talk about old arcade games, Goose, Wonder Boy, Gauntlet. Oh damn! Talking about your extended family used to go to Narandra every year over Christmas and camp and go fishing. 20 or 30. Woof! It was awful. That sounds full on. Anyway, I'm going to do the rum tasting I threatened. It's like I'm still vaguely coherent. This might be a bad idea. I need to find these things. What? Rockstar spirits. That's what they call these things. All right. This is the new one, which I haven't opened yet. The grapefruit grenade. All right. So this shit is 57% alcohol. Where's the dotted lines on this? Here it is. FW in the country stayed with Rellies at Coolor. I never moved around much. I just fucking lived in Dubbo. You know what was a really fun outing for us? Going to Coonabarabran, which was an hour or so away, and going to the theme park called Miniland. It was ridiculous and shitty, but geez, I loved it as a kid. Okay, so this is apparently a grapefruit flavored spirit drink made with the finest rum. So it's not rum, it's a spirit drink made with rum. So this is the grapefruit version. Grapefruit grenade. I'm going to find the other ones. I think I have two other ones. Looking in the forbidden cupboard of mystery. Okay, I must have them somewhere. Where are they? Okay, banana bomb. Okay, so this one is not marked down as much at Dan's. But I must have another one. Where is it? Where is it? Old-fashioned. Is that it? No, that's something else. Got my Kelly Silver there. Fuck have I done here? Okay. I swear I had another one. Maybe I used it all. It's not down here on the rum shelf, is it? Doesn't deserve to be on the rum shelf. It's not real rum. Maybe I used it all. Because it's the kind of thing when you use high proof rum, it's not necessarily something you remember. All right, I'm just going to taste the grapefruit one then. I feel like I must have used the other one. Okay, what does this actually taste like? Let's see if we get some ASMR. Oh, Heine, there was an observatory in Coonabarabran. Never really went to it. Just went to Miniland. Or camped in the Warren Bungles. All right, some glug glug ASMR. That was not bad. So, EarthW, you grew up in Western Sydney, but rallies on school holidays and long weekends in the country. Okay. Well, I'm a country boy. No, I love the glug. I swear I had a really good glug earlier. But... Ooh, like this. No, this does not smell like rum. Kind of smells like lollies. It's a real sweetness. Real artificial. It's like artificial fruit flavored lollies is what this smells like. Like it's not, but also slightly like perfume. It doesn't smell very natural though. That's not so bad. Actually has a real grapefruit. It has a genuine grapefruit taste. Really zingy and tingly because it's quite high alcohol content. Ooh, and an artificial sweetness taste. Okay, not great, but could be good in cocktails. Oof, damn. So EarthW gave a bit of country drawl. Didn't realize that someone pointed out to you in your early 20s. Explain why some words you said city people couldn't understand. Well, I think because I don't quite talk like someone from Dubbo. In Dubbo, they were like, you sound gay. But Dubbo sounds like me, but slower. You're not going to Dubbo. She's going to talk a bit more like this. Put a little more, less effort into it. Don't really... You don't articulate that one. You don't say words like articulate if you're in Dubbo either. You don't say words like that. But it's just a bit slower, and it's just a bit more nasal than what I normally talk. Not like Darwin. You get to Darwin. It is extremely hot and humid, and it is too hot to talk more quickly than this. So my tendency to articulate words and speak a bit more clearly makes it sound like I don't come from Dubbo. You hear a bushy story. Oh my God, you get some guys in the bush fucking unintelligible. As well. You know what? Because I also bought some non-alcoholic stuff at Dan's. I feel like I'm gonna try them. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, nothing's happening in Darwin. There's no rush. Nothing's happening. It's too hot and it's too humid to rush any. I swear to God, every now and then you get someone on the news, like a Northern Territory politician, being interviewed, and I feel like it's a joke. Because they're talking like this about what's happening in Darwin, And it's, just a thing we got to do. Aidsy was actually very good with the accents between states in a way that I'm definitely not. So I'm going to put this meme, that'll just put on the Discord about Zemetrix. They're basically saying, oh, goddamn. 1999 was described as being the peak of human civilization in the Matrix. And I laughed because that obviously wouldn't age well. Then the next 25 years happened and I realized, yeah, maybe the machines had a point. God, Hugo Weaving was so good in that. Like the first time I watched it, because I was so familiar with Hugo Weaving, the weird accent he did put me off, and I thought, what the fuck is this? This is terrible. But then I gave it a bit of distance and just think, this is not Hugo Weaving. This is just an actor. This is just a character. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, actually, that's pretty good. His Agent Smith, Mr. Anderson. Sorry, look, all I'm saying, y'all, if you're not on the Discord, you're missing out. You should be on the Discord. I feel like, yeah, I'm going to go out and get these non-alcoholic mixers and taste them to see if they're actually, and I might, because one is designed, it's a zombie mix, so it's designed for rum drinks. Maybe I could use that grapefruit. Actually, I feel like I need to have a pee break as well. So I might be gone for a couple of minutes. So should I put a video on? One of my old YouTube videos. What's the view? Should I put on a video to pass the time? Go for it. Okay. What are we in the middle? I'm looking at my most popular videos. I need something that goes for a few minutes. Actually, okay, this one's funny. Mistress M's Guide to Anal Sex. Someone who we don't know recorded a video for us, and we did this thing, viewed 500,000 times. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to share the screen. I think Mistress M's Guide to Anal Sex is a good thing for a Friday night. Where are we? We're going to change this to here so you see more of it. And I'm going to be gone for 5 minutes while this plays.
Hi, I'm Mistress M. I know about sex. Just ask me. Well, it's been fantastic to hear from you all. And I'd like to start this week with looking at Ice Tina's question.
Hello, Mistress M. I like your video on the Angry Aussie channel. Angry Aussie, very funny Australian man, very nice, and I like your video too. But I have a question about the sex. I have one boyfriend and one girlfriend. Now, boyfriend asked me if I can take a shit on girlfriend. And I thought this was very strange because does he think my girlfriend is toilet? He must be crazy. I don't go out with a toilet. The toilet can't lick pussy. No, my girlfriend is human, not toilet. So what I want to ask, is it very common for boyfriend to think girlfriend is a toilet? I don't know. I mean, he can watch me go in his toilet if you like, but the toilet isn't my girlfriend. That's crazy. What is going? Can you please help me?
Well, Tina, you do have an active life, don't you? I'm sure many people would be very jealous of you, your boyfriend, and your girlfriend. As for your problem, do you think that your boyfriend might have some jealousy issues? Do you let him watch you and your girlfriend when she licks your pussy? He might just be expressing that he has some feelings about this and would like to be more involved in that relationship. Or it could be that he is part of a very wide range of people that actually quite enjoy the scatological urges. So what I would suggest is that perhaps you and your girlfriend could indulge him in this, because believe me, he doesn't think she's a toilet. He just would like to see you enact certain fantasies of his, which can be perfectly healthy. So perhaps you might like to try it. You could even get a bit artistic with it and start smearing it on her as well. But I do suggest that afterwards you clean up very thoroughly, because we don't want to catch any nasty diseases. Now, do we, Ice Tina? No. Now, I hope you go and have some fun, and I hope the three of you are very happy. We have a question from a YouTube viewer, Goblin King. I don't know how he got that nickname. Now, he says that he's asking whether it's safe to lick a girl's asshole. And he's saying that she keeps asking me to do it. Now, I don't know who she is, but what we need to know is she keeping that bumhole clean? I do note that last year, or a year before, a few of the toilet tissue companies came out with these fantastic bottom wipes. And I presume that was purely for the people who have a fetish about licking assholes. Because let's face it, when it comes to bums, boys do like them generally. It's that old line about what's the difference between a 9-volt battery and a woman's asshole? Well, you know you shouldn't, but sooner or later you're going to pop your tongue on it, aren't you? So look, just keep it clean, and it can be pleasurable for both of you. We have one here from Tara Tazo. She says, how do I get a guy to know I want to have anal sex without sounding like a whore? Well, Tara, perhaps ask him for anal sex, saying that you don't want to sound like a whore. That's unfair. Have you had anal sex before, Tara? Is it something that you find pleasurable? Did the other boyfriends think you were a whore for asking? Because I think you'll find that, again, a lot of guys would be very excited about this invitation. The important thing to know, though, is that it is an area which can be a bit delicate, especially if you're inexperienced in this. And again, Tara, you don't tell me how much experience you've had, but certainly you feel that your boyfriend's inexperienced. So what I would suggest is that you could get some sexual aid videos out and watch them together, and perhaps there's a couple of good ones which have anal sex in them, and you could at that point say, oh, that looks interesting. Would you like to try that? If that's too much of an expense for you to order them off Amazon, then perhaps you could just explain to him that if you do get down and dirty in that area, that the trick is to roll it in. Just roll it in gently. Remind him he's not landing Thunderbird 1. Okay? I hope you have fun with all that, and do be careful. It's been fantastic to have your questions coming in, so please do keep rolling those questions in, and I'll see you next Monday. Thanks, guys. Maybe I could get some endorsement from Sorbent now.
Exactly.
I bet they...
Any sort of sponsorship deal could be happening up here.
I'm sure. Well, that's the first thing I thought when they brought those wipes out, was that it must be for what else would you need to have? Anyway, okay.
Oh my god, she's so awesome. That's so fucking funny. Was that quiet? Was it? Okay, I could have done something with it, I guess. Oh yeah, the Thunderbird joke was actually an AIDSy line from one of his stage shows, and it was based on him having to have a medical anal probe, and it's like a woman doctor who just kind of went bam, and he's like, no, you don't do that, you roll it in, you're not landing Thunderbird 1. So yeah, who was the first question at Viola Turtle Dove? I don't think so, but I don't remember because the first question happened when I was out of the room. So I don't even know what the first question was. Okay, so. Oh, okay, so the non-alcoholic things. Okay, so these things are usually stupidly overpriced. This is at Dan's. They're like $20, which is absolutely ridiculous for a non-alcoholic mixer. But I was there today and they had a whole bunch of them for $3, and that seems like a fair price. So this is supposed to be a Charlie Chaplin mixer. And what's in a Charlie Chaplin cocktail is sloe gin, which is a fruity gin, and apricot liqueur. So I don't know, this should just be very fruity. And then she had awesome cleavage. But she was also, yeah, which definitely, yes, but also awesome personality as well. Okay, so just going to try this. So the Charlie Chaplin should just be bold, fruity, and tart. I feel like we're talking about femboys again. Oh dear. I just want to have a little... Ooh, that's a good glug glug. To the ASMR. Just want to taste these to see if they could be useful. Like, not in a fucking cocktail. The blonde. No, that was... Okay, that was not Viola Turtledove. That was someone we didn't know who just fucking sent that video in, which was awesome. No, it wasn't Viola. Ooh, that is really tart. Oh, that would not be bad as a sour mix, actually. Oh, that is seriously tart. There's a lot of lime in that. It's got that real drying the mouth out thing that lime does. Mm. Oof. Okay, so, and the other one, this is the zombie mix. Don Beach's zombie. Don't know if it's really Don Beach's recipe, but I'm going to taste it to see if it's going to be useful for things. Oh, God, come on, break the fucking seal, man. What's... Jesus Christ. God, that was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And the little seal thing is sticking. So I feel like these have been on the shelf for a long time at Dan's, which is why they were marked down close to 90%. All right. Wait, no, I feel like I need to shake this up as well. Because honestly, I mean, this might be good for making a zombie. Zombie's just like, you know, all your rum and then fruit juice. And all the tiki guys had their own mixes. And it was just mixes of, I don't know, some sort of fruit juices and sugars and whatnot. They treated it like it was some huge secret. Let me try this. Supposedly Don Beach's zombie mix. Ooh, that's like passion fruit and lime and pineapple. I think I will use that. Make a cocktail. Okay. All right. Oh. Zombie cocktail. Okay, it's defaulted to liquor.com, so let's go. What are they saying? Okay, Jamaican rum, gold rum. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is insane. 1.5 ounces of Jamaican rum, 1.5 ounces of Puerto Rican gold, which is already too much, but then also 1 ounce of 151 proof rum. What the actual fuck? That is literally illegal. You would be breaching fucking responsible service of alcohol rules in Australia. Okay, I'm gonna make as a Retro Fury. Hello, how are you? I'm going to quickly make a zombie. Know what's in your head? All right. Where is my shaker? All right. Let's see what's what. Hey, I'm drinking a lot of water, which, you know, is good for me. Ice that's been melting over the last hour. All right. Where's my fucking measurement? All right. We'll go some of this high proof, just 1/2 ounce of this grapefruit stuff. Do we want to go 151? Oh, OFTD. Oh, fuck, that's delicious. 69% alcohol. 69, dudes. Put a bit of that in there. I think I'll put one more rum in there. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. It is here. Fucking pineapple grenade. Okay. Banana bomb. Okay. I was going to do a fucking taste comparison. That's not real rum. If I got a real rum that should be on the shelf. Oh, God, whiskeys. So many whiskeys. Rum liqueurs. Wait, what's that? Wait, what is that? Oh, that is Citrus Got Real thing they do each year. Okay. Any of these rums? I feel like that's whiskey. Most of the things in here are whiskey. And some gin. Okay. I'm going to put my homemade coconut rum in there. Because it deserves to be in there. Maybe I should put some of that in here, actually. Homemade coconut rum. Which is real fucking good. Okay. Put that back. Put that in there. And then, okay. This ridiculous zombie mix. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, I put it down here. Okay. Well, let's go put 2 ounces of this in. So we sing the song. What's in your head? In your head, zombie. Let's shake this for a bit. I'm like whip shaking it. Maybe shake that until the ice is completely melted. I feel like most of it has fucking melted at this point. And I think I'll just put it in this thing that has ice in it. There we go. All right. Got myself a zombie cocktail. Oh, Humphrey Lody polishing off the brandy blood bag, the spiced brandy. It's, oh God, it's so fucking good, man. I'm right on the verge of making some more of that, actually, because if you look here, there's not much of the liqueur left. And there's not that much of the sugar syrup left. So I feel like I should make some more of the spiced sugar syrup. And then make another liqueur. Oh, also, you know what happens? Mrs. Angry does a thing where she claims the spices, because how I make it, for anyone who doesn't know, is I get cooking spices like cinnamon and cardamom, cloves, allspice, star anise, and I toast them up in a fry pan. And then I have a syrup, which basically slice up some apples, cover them in brown sugar, which then liquefies, and then put that in the pan with the cooking spices, and you get this spiced sugar syrup. And it's something, and then I like strain it out to get the sugar syrup. But Mrs. Angry takes the spices that are left there, and it's like toasted sugar encrusted spices, and she dries them out, and then she puts them in a spice grinder to get a powder. And then she's got these funny little tea bag things she got from somewhere, so she can put some of the powder in a tea bag and zip it up, and then steep it in a hot drink like tea, coffee, hot chocolate, and get these spices through it, and it's really good. So I'm when I saw her doing it that day, I forgot she had these tea bag things. I thought, man, I want to do that with some booze. Grind up the spices into powder and put it in a tea bag and just steep it in some booze. And I agree, Humphrey, I fucking love mixes. Saying the chili oil from Starwood was a bit disappointing. Okay. Well, that is really passion fruity. Which, again, you know, not a bad thing. I have gotten super into making my own mixes and things. I might make some more of or experiment with. I got the idea from another YouTube cocktail channel, Uncle Pete's Cocktail Shop. He has some really interesting ideas. And it was this mix, again, someone famous in the tiki world in the mid-20th century, less famous than Don the Beachcomber or Trader Vic, but he was very popular. And he had his mix. What it basically was sugar syrup, Angostura bitters, and lime juice, which is really nice. And you're kind of making a drink an instant sour. You literally just get a spirit and this mix and shake them together, and you've got an instant sour thing. Or your fave is still the gin liqueur. I'm not sure if I still have. I do still have the sugar syrup that made the gin liqueur. So maybe I should make it. Let me double check, because I liked it as well. I don't know if I have any of it left. Looking at bottles. What's in this bottle? Wait, what's this one? Threefold aromatic gin. Whiskey cask gin. No, that's okay. Okay, it's not. I'm confident it's not on the gin shelf if I have it. Is there any in the mysterious cupboard of mystery? Oh, there is! Dude! There's still some of it here. In fact, quite a lot of it here. Alright. Next shipment to you. I'm going to have a bit of it, actually. Alright, so barrel-aged chocolate Sazerac. I love that you say it was in the sex hat cupboard. Oh, honey, what we call the blood bags. You get these things. These are very good for sending liquids in the post. We've been sending these to each other. They do look like blood bags. Yep, I was not sure if I had more of this. I haven't had it in a little while. Splash. Put a little splash on ice. Pour them into a crystal glass. Yes. Swirl that around a little bit so it's chilled. Yeah, that actually is really good. God damn. Yum. That is legit fucking yum. All right. So next package, some more of that because it's your favorite. Some of the barrel-aged chocolate Sazerac. If we wait another week, I can add the barrel-aged rum old-fashioned, which was tasting really good. Honey, it'd be good if you could get one of this. Oh, yes! The stands they use in hospitals and actually hang them off a stand and have a little thing you just put in your mouth and suck some down. That'd be a bit of a hoot. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm agreeing with you, Amphioli. That citrus gin liqueur is really fucking yum. I love that, honey. That's the spirit. Oh yeah, you are getting it. You're getting a booze haul. I feel like I want to make it worthwhile. Put a bunch of stuff in. Yeah, I'm sure I've told the story before that citrus gin liqueur was someone I work with. She has a few citrus trees. She had one. I forget what she called it, like Malaysian lime or something. These little fruits kind of look like kumquats, but the flavor of them is more limey than a kumquat. They're kind of between lemon and lime. But anyway, these little fruits, and so I cut them up and mooshed them a little bit and then covered them in sugar and then kind of stewed that a bit so the sugar completely melted. Maybe add a bit more water so the sugar completely dissolved, and then filtered that out and got a really good sugar syrup, really tangy, sharp, bitey sugar syrup. And then I blended it with gin. I think it was like 3 parts gin to 1 part the sugar syrup. And it just makes this fucking killer liqueur. It's really good. It's fucking tasty. So, okay, yeah. Okay, just been having my gin citrus liqueur and then try this store-bought zombie mix. It's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. Very passion fruity. If you like passion fruit, you'd freaking like that. So I think I'll drink this slowly. Okay, we've passed 11. Gonna drink it slowly so I don't fucking fade away too quickly. Want to see if I can last till at least midnight for a Friday night. God, I might be due to have another non-alcoholic drink, which would I don't know if Saf is still there. I'll need to get some more ice. Get some more ice, and I don't know, maybe another pink lemonade. I'm really fucking liking the pink lemonade, actually, which I just got on a whim. But as it's half price this week, maybe I'll go out and get some more. Definitely making me relive my childhood because it tastes like musk sticks. A lolly that I had a lot when I was a young'un. I'm assuming they still make them. I don't know if they still make them. But they were pink, and I feel like they're a callback to something that's actually quite different, from the spice trade from, like the 1700s. Because actual musk was from animal glands. But also, not only, but also, we're on the internet. History of musk sticks. What does the internet? Okay, so they date back to the 1800s. Rose and musk lozenges. Okay. Okay, an ABC article. Let's have a look at this. What does the ABC say about musk sticks? You can still buy musk sticks. Fucking delish. I always fucking like them, actually. Let's see what the ABC... I'm going to share screen for an ABC article on musk sticks. Or if you say normal Australian musk sticks. Most misunderstood treats. Opening of Sweden's disgusting food museum. Australia's contribution include Vegemite and Witchetty grubs. President of Musk Sticks. Musk Sticks managed to disgust tourists as much as they delight Australians. Plenty of complaints online, from strange shape to chalky texture. But the powerful perfume scent seems to be, that's the rose scent. Taste has been compared to nice-smelling shop, grandmother's makeup, smell of old ladies at the bus stop. Musk hasn't always been controversial. Middle Eastern recipes call for musk in a number of sweet treats. By the 1600s, musk's lozenges were all the rage at courtly parties in the Ottoman Empire. Connection with perfume was a good thing if romance was on the cards. Ottoman poetry at the time is filled with comparison between musk lozenges and loving kisses. There you go. Obtaining musk wasn't so romantic. Grains of musk came from the scent gland of the musk deer. Okay, I thought it was an animal thing. Each grain had such a potent smell, it would have to be diluted before being used in food or perfume. Because of its rarity, musk became valuable. Himalayan hunters could make a living trading in the glands or musk pods. Despite their origins, early breath fresheners must have been effective. Musk lozenges spread to Europe. In England, confectioners began making lollies called kissing comfits using musk, sugar, rosewater, and ambergris. Kissing comfits even found their way to Shakespeare. Falstaff exclaiming in The Merry Wives of Windsor, "Let the sky rain potatoes, let it thunder to the tune of Greensleeves, hail kissing comfits and snow in Confit was actually a generic term for lollies, made by coating something with sugar syrup. Most confits were lozenges, but some, called ragged confits, were larger and rougher, being coated in thicker syrup. These stick-shaped confits were typically made with cinnamon. Rough shape may be the precursor to the musk stick distinctive fluted appearance. Are we all enjoying this history lesson? I agree, Dr. Abel. Who doesn't like musk sticks? Who'd call it disgusting? That's weird. 1868 piece in Sydney Punch describes sugary schoolyard romance. Discovered she liked musk lozenges. Pocket money devoted to marbles was straightaway dedicated to the confectioner's shop. Musk lozenges were a treat for children as well as adults. 1887, the Launceston Examiner tells us confectioner by the name of J. Beaumont imported 5 tanks and 4 cases of lollies, including rose and musk lozenges. Musk sticks first appear in print in Australia 30 years later. Auction notice in Sydney Morning Herald. Cargo of the city of Karachi being auctioned off, including 45 boxes of musk sticks. Sadly, the announcement does not record the origin of the lollies. Ship itself belonged to a London company, was transporting Australian troops from World War I. So musk sticks were common enough by 1918 to not need further explanation. In 1927, a writer for the Australian Worker lamenting disappearance of lollies from their childhood 25 years earlier was relieved that the pink curly musk sticks can still be had. So Australian kids had been getting their hands on musk sticks by the early 1900s, if not before. No bigger childhood treat than a birthday cake. Musk sticks played a prominent role in 9 of the cakes in the Australian Women's Weekly Children Birthday Cake Book, including holding open the sewing basket case. Oh, the Women's Weekly Cake Shop. Jesus Christ. I know, I feel like I'm going to stop there. That's some cray-cray stuff. The history of the musk stick. Oh. Okay, God, I need to maybe put a sticker on that zombie mix that it's very heavy on the passion fruit. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but something to be noted. Earth W had the bunny and caterpillar cakes for the cake mix. That's such an archetypal thing from 20th century Australia. The Australian Women's Weekly Cake recipe book. Just some crazy shit. I remember I posted some photos of different birthday cakes I had when I was a kid. My grandmother, who was my dad's mum, would make these cakes. I feel like I showed this not that long ago. All right, I'm gonna put this one on. So you see some of the birthday cakes from when I was less than 10 years old. Let's fucking go.
Angry, 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 angry Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 angry Aussie. Aussie. Aussie.
That's one of the cakes. There's another cake. My grandmother made that space cake. Cool. I remember the name of some of those people actually. Okay.
Understand the concept of Angry Ozzy.
Okay, I feel like that was there was a couple cakes there. That was a look. I've had a huge fucking head my whole life, Dr. Abigail. It's as simple as that. I've just had a ridiculous oversized head my whole fucking life. I was called Buffhead as a kid just because I had a big fucking head and I had a 5 head rather than a forehead. It's just, that's just my goddamn life, quite honestly. I guess I got to embrace it because it's real and I can't pretend it's not me because it freaking absolutely is me. Ridiculous, huge fucking head. And again, it's not just me, it's my family, particularly my brothers. I think I do have the biggest head in my family, but like a lot of my brothers have huge fucking buff heads. It's just a thing. It's a whole thing. The family buff heads that the boys have. Absolutely ridiculous, quite honestly. So I was showing a little bit of that video because I wanted to show some of the birthday cakes, which were probably inspired by Women's Weekly birthday cakes. But yeah, my grandmother made them. That's my memory anyway, that my grandmother made them. Who actually knows? It's lost in the mists of time. SW had a flat face, family. Ugh. We just had huge heads run in the family. Particularly, not necessarily my 2 oldest brothers, particularly my oldest brother, the first one. I don't know if he was malnourished or what, but he was quite small. Like, I'm not tall. I'm only like 5'8" at most. I always say I'm 5'8". Maybe I'm only 5'6". I don't fucking know. I haven't done a proper measurement of myself for a while. But what I remember is, again, being the 8th of 10 kids, ended up wearing a lot of hand-me-downs and just finding stuff. And it turns out it was stuff my oldest brother, I was wearing stuff in year 7 that my oldest brother was wearing in year 10. So he was really fucking small. I was smaller than average. He was really fucking small. But yeah, me and my 2 young, the next older brother, I think he was a little bit taller than me actually, but the 2 oldest maybe not so much, and my 2 younger brothers, they're like my height or maybe a bit taller. But yeah, my oldest brother definitely a little bit diminutive. FW, skin was often tanned from the sun, enough that you look like an adopted purchase child. Did you ever touch of the tar brush? That was a thing. Just the random casual racism of my parents and grandparents' generations, particularly in country towns. If you thought someone maybe had some Aboriginal ancestry because, you know, they maybe tanned a bit easily or they were a little bit swarthy or whatnot, people would say, well, they've got a touch of the tar brush in them. Jesus Christ. This is just the shit I grew up with, basically. I always loved my grandmother's, this is my mum's mother's, super random racism. Again, it's not particularly malicious racism. I don't know, maybe casual racism is even worse. But my grandmother, my mum's mum, would say things like, when you're a kid, because, you know, like you put stuff in your mouth. I remember us doing it with coins, like a 5-cent coin. And my grandmother going, don't put that in your mouth. That could have been in a Chinaman's ear. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? That's so strange. Okay, FW, I'm going to be, using the ethnic slurs. What was interesting to me, because I grew up where wog was a slur for Mediterraneans, like Greeks and Italians, and to a lesser degree Lebanese, I guess. But it was generally a slur for Lebanese. But it was originally a British slur for Africans. That blew me away when I first learned that, because it's like, no, I grew up and it was a slur for Mediterraneans. Not necessarily a really hateful slur. It was at least mildly affectionate slur. As weird as that sounds, talking about an affectionate slur. But yeah, I think the English thing with using it as a slur for Africans, not affectionate. Australians using it as a reference for Mediterraneans, which is we'll learn the old Nick Giannopoulos and friends reclaiming it for stage shows like Wogs Out of Work and whatnot, which were a huge thing in the 80s. Not like, you get rappers reclaiming the N-word. The W word is not quite as abusive. Pat, you want to join, buddy? Look, you know what? I don't know who's still there, who's doing what, but where are we? Invite. Here's the link. You know what, Pat? I want to see you, mate. I want to see you. And anyone else. Anyone who wants to join. That is the link for joining. What are we up to? 11:30. Okay. I got to soldier on till at least midnight, I think. I do not know if I will make it far past midnight. But, we will see what happens. Homefieldy, happy just watching, man. Pat wants to come on and say hello. I don't want to deny him. Yeah, it's for his birthday. But yeah, I'm literally, you know me, I'm happy for anyone and everyone to join. I love it, EarthW posting a picture in the Discord of how tan you were as a young'un. It's all good in the hood. Okay, Pat, your thing's not working at this point. A somewhat tanned one of you. So you sometimes got more tan than that. Yeah, I don't know what genes you have in your system, mate, but clearly you had melanin just waiting to be released. Yes, I agree. Oh, wait. Okay, it's working now, Pat. How
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing? How you doing, mate?
Oh, good.
Good. Glad to hear it. Nice to see you. So for your birthday, you're going to see some wrestling tomorrow?
Yes, I'm going to see Josh.
Nice. That sounds like a good time. Like to hear it.
I'm a bit surprised. Let's see.
What's that? Oh, that's the way to the wrestling?
Yep, that's Josh.
That's Josh. Nice.
Yeah, Josh.
Good
Josh
stuff.
Yeah, Josh gonna know this on. You know, all your big surprise, Josh. Tomorrow.
Nice. Okay, well, I hope you have a good day seeing your friend at the wrestling. That sounds really good.
Yep.
So, SW, what are you saying with your tendency to tan? You got latent melanin.
My birthday soon.
An ex of mine who's from the Philippines, I met her here in Australia, and she was, she was brown skinned, as it were. But I saw pictures, her school photos when she was like at primary school in the Philippines with that tropical sun. God, she was so dark. Like, I think it's like you find out who has extreme levels of melanin when they get out in the sun. Someone who maybe looks Caucasian when they get out in the sun go very olive skinned very quickly. And then some people who have light brown skin, but when they're somewhere where it's really strong sun, they go very dark.
Mine pink.
So what are you doing there, Pat? What's that?
Mine's pink.
Yeah,
Pink,
you are very
very
pink.
like that.
I am also, Pat, you and me we are both very pale and very pink. There's no two ways about it.
Yep.
A distinct lack of melanin in both of us. So, although I have lots of freckles, it's not necessarily showing up on the webcam because it's not the high resolution, but growing up, I had a lot of freckles.
Mm.
And I think they've faded a bit with age, is all I'm going to say. So
Yeah, it's my birthday is soon. Not today. The other Friday. My birthday.
all right, it's coming up. Okay.
Yep.
Earth Wombi's going to join us too. Where are we? There we go. How you doing?
Hello.
Right, I'm here. Hello, both you
Hello.
and everyone else.
This is what I like. Just Friday night hangs, just chilling, and
Yeah, they're all drunk. I know that.
oh yeah, hopefully that video of me as a kid, my freckles were way more noticeable when I was a kid than when I was an adult.
That's
But
Yeah.
again, it was not even the most noticeable because, like, when you're in somewhere like Dubbo where the sun's so strong, anyone who was a redhead is going to end up with just a shit ton of freckles.
Mm.
And I was not a redhead; I'm a brunette with pale skin. But yeah, the redheads had the really serious amount of freckles because.
Oh,
I also remember going back to Dubbo in my 30s and 40s, and I'd run into people I knew who are my age or even younger, because the sun in Dubbo is so much more brutal than the sun in Sydney or Melbourne in particular. Where I'd see people I knew who are my age or younger, and the sun had just aged them. And it was just like, they look so much older than me. Dr. Abigail, did a redhead ever take my sunscreen? I don't think I wore sunscreen as a kid. I'm old enough that people hadn't really latched on to You should wear sunscreen all the fucking time because that sun is just trying to kill you. It is just trying to give you cancer.
I wasn't
No,
able to wear
no.
sunscreen as a child because this sounds stupid, I know, but when I was a child, if I wore sunscreen, I burnt. If I wore the sunscreen lotion, I burnt using it, but only when I used it. It's stupid. But if I didn't use it, I didn't get sunburn. But if I did use it, I got burnt. So,
Maybe if you put sunscreen on, you thought you could stay out in the sun much longer, which
no. You see, what I did was I tested it. I put some undercover clothing, and it was later on. It was that section of my body where I had it, where I would have some sort of burn reaction. So it must have been something in the ingredient. Then I can wear it now with no problems. You know,
okay.
but as a child, it was strange.
God,
Where's
I was having a flashback to a thing I remember when I was living in Sydney, going to the eastern suburbs beaches. I was at Coogee. I was hanging out with friends at the Coogee Bay Hotel, and Coogee Beach is just there. And I remember seeing this family of women, and it was like 3 or 4 generations of women. So like teenage, and they were Mediterranean. They were like Italian or Greek. And there was like a teenager who was like light olive skinned. And then there was the next generation who was, I don't know, like maybe 30, who's very dark. And the older they were just getting darker. And you get these older women and their skin's just like fucking leather. And I was watching them going, I don't think they're putting sunscreen on. I think they're just like rubbing olive oil on their body or something.
I've actually seen a couple looking like that.
But I was watching like these generations of women and looking at them and like, how do the younger women not get they should not be doing this, or they're going to look like their grandmother there, whose skin looks like a fucking handbag? It was so worn and leathery. It was just wild.
I was at Manly Beach one morning after night shift. I went there for an appointment I had, and to make up time, I was walking along the beach, and there was this couple, and their skin, it looked like leather.
Yeah.
So like I could have like used their skin and made an outfit or a handbag or something from them, you know. It was...
Yeah. Oh God, people who just spend too much time in the sun. And that was the other thing. Like again, when I was in Sydney, eastern suburbs beaches so popular with pommy tourists. In the middle of summer, when you're like at like whether you're at Bondi or Coogee or whatever, you could tell who was the Aussies and who was the Brit backpackers, because the Aussies would be sheltering under the umbrellas and the overhang to be in the shade in the middle of the day. And the Brits would just be out in this brutal sun with no shirt on. And we'd just be looking at them and going, yeah, you know what your souvenir of Australia is going to be? Melanoma, you dumb motherfucker.
The best description I've heard of Bondi Beach is Bondi is the Foster's beach of Australia.
I went there a bit. I had some friends who lived in the eastern suburbs. I'd go to Bondi sometimes, but I'd go to Coogee way more often.
Coogee better. Bronte Beach is good.
Bronte was good. And there was a small one on the way around Tamarama. Tamarama was really nice. It was like a really little...
That's a nice tiny beach, yeah.
It was a tiny one. It was like a little alcove or bay.
Yeah.
Because that whole
and there's a little club there as well.
Ins and outs. But yeah, Coogee and Bronte were both better than Bondi.
Bondi sucks.
Yeah. But again, admittedly, I did go to Bondi a bit. But Coogee more often.
Manly Beach, you shouldn't swim in for about a week after it rains or storms.
Oh my God.
Because there's even signs up. The council has them got signs up.
Yeah.
asking people not to go in the water
Yeah,
for, I don't know,
because
3
if
or
it
4 days
rains,
following.
all the shit that gets washed down storm drains just goes straight into the water. Yeah.
Mm.
But that's also friggin' Melbourne as well. St Kilda, the bay there. If it's been raining, don't go in the water because a bunch of actual shit has been washed down the storm drains into the bay.
I think in the 80s, I think the joke about Bondi Beach in regard to the sewage issue was that it had so much poo in it you could walk on water.
Yeah.
And out Maroubra Way and all them, the water out there was bad as well.
Yeah. Well, the joke reference was to finding a Bondi cigar, which was just like a turd that looked like a cigar. It would get washed up on Bondi Beach or would be floating in the water. It's like, watch out for the Bondi cigars.
I didn't really grow up using beaches. I only went out there a few times, but I grew up besides swimming pools. I like river swimming. I grew up swimming in like the Nepean River in there. You can't swim where we used to as a child because when I moved back down after being in Queensland, it's all fenced off.
Yeah.
After a few people drowned, but I quite liked it. It was very popular. I remember just bobbing in the water near the weir, and this eel swam up. You can see its head. It looked at me, and then I, as I was a child, said hello to it, and it just swam off. Then I looked in the direction of which it swam, and not long after, there was this woman that screamed, saying that she'd just been bit by an eel. And I was like, "Thank you for not biting me."
Yeah,
they have nasty teeth. But I do prefer river swimming.
But again, because like growing up in Dubbo in the middle of the state, obviously beaches were a luxury to me. We'd once a year would get to have a holiday towards the beaches. But yeah, it was like river swing
down the road.
Swings were very popular, big rope swings, because you get quite big trees overhanging the river, and someone would put a big piece of rope on there, and doing this swing stuff over the river was popular. There's actually a bit in Dubbo, I assume it's still there. It was there when I was a kid, which was referred to as Sandy Beach, because it was just a bend in the river where the river is actually quite wide and a lot of it was quite shallow. But on the shore of the river, it's very flat and it was very sandy. So it was like our joke, this was our beach, Sandy Beach, on the river. Because most of the river was quite steep banks. There was just this one bit where it went around a long curve and it was relatively shallow and the shore was very flat going up to the river. And that was a picnic spot. There were barbecues and shit there. And that was...
They've opened up a section of the Penrith Lakes during summer under a lot of pressure from the locals. And they call it a beach, but the locals call it Pondi. Instead of Pondi. Pondi. They call it Pondi.
That's awesome. That's so good.
You're begging that mess.
We used to convince people from Sydney, like when we were ever doing school things, where schools from different areas in the States would be together for some event, we would try and convince the kids from Sydney that we had a thing on the river called the 5 o'clock wave, because there's a dam just near Dubbo, like Wellington Burrendong Dam, which was supposed to reduce the chance of us getting flooded. But we'd say like, there's this thing at 5 o'clock, the sluice gates open and this huge wave of water comes down the river. And so we'd all sit on surfboards on the river and wait for the wave to come and see how long we could ride it. And like, the record was 5 miles or whatever. But the 5 o'clock wave is a huge thing. And it was really funny how easy it was to convince people from Sydney that this was a thing we actually did. Because it was always funny to us, like they're always going like their stereotype of kids from the country is they're all stupid and slow. And to be fair, a lot of people in the country are stupid and slow. But also, it could be weirdly easy to fool people from Sydney. You just come up with some silly hillbilly story, and they'd go like, "Yeah, that's probably real." And it's like, it isn't.
talking about slow. This is how I learned I still had somewhat of a drawl in my early 20s. I went into the city one night for a thing that was on, and a couple of people I was speaking to, and someone asked what I did the day, and what I had done that day. And to me, in my head, I said I caught a train into Sydney and I jumped on a ferry, but I
Yeah.
still had that slight drawl, and I didn't realize. And they're laughing, and I'm looking confused. The one said that we understand what you mean because we're used to you, but you have a country drawl. It sounds like you said you jumped on a ferry.
Of course, yes. No,
And that made
Oh,
sense
man.
after that because Queen or Coin, one of them, people in Sydney were misunderstanding as the other. I don't know if it was Queen heard as Coin or Coin heard as Queen. I can't remember. But yeah, so
it is funny. Like as I mentioned earlier, AZ was much better with Australian regional accents than me. I'm not that good at it. But like when on the internet, Americans in particular, latching on to, from their perspective, Australians don't say no, we go nar. And they're very confused by that. And it's like, regional accents, you have them. Why can you not latch onto that from your perspective? We have a regional accent.
yeah.
It's just like,
The
man.
accent
But yeah, you're big and a bit miss. Yeah,
what am I doing, Pat?
you're bad. You're a bit miss.
Okay.
I saw your bed.
My bed?
Yeah, you get a bit miss.
Yeah, the bed just here is a terrible mess. It's
Yep.
just I don't sleep on that. It is a terrible mess. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, I saw that.
no. I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry.
That's
Um,
okay.
Yep.
It's all good. It's coming up on midnight, and I have.
If you remind me what you were saying.
I don't remember what I was saying minute to minute. It's the
Ah.
whole thing of trying to keep up a thing going on.
Oh,
and
oh.
it's like,
Yeah, that's right. When you're talking about like AZ, I
Yeah.
noticed he has that ability because the first time I was on and he was on, not long after I spoke, I remember he asked which part of Australia it's from because he was picking up the dialect, no, the accent.
Yeah.
But he called me a skip or something. So
He had opinions. So Dr. Abigail saying Americans discover we don't use the letter R very often. Yeah, it is. There is a whole spectrum of things with our accent which really throw Americans. And how we decide words have too many syllables, so we'll just leave a couple syllables out. And it's like, okay, it's like when Americans see like the name of Melbourne, it is clearly written, it should be pronounced Melbourne, and we just go, no, it's Melbourne. And they're like, what about all those letters you're missing out? And just go, too many letters, man. It's Melbourne.
I had an American say to me some years ago that he lived here for like half a year or something, and he found that the trick he learned in pronunciation, long words such as names such as Melbourne, was to pronounce the first half of the word and then squish the second half into one sound.
Yeah. Especially, yes. And Dr. Abe is saying, like, most Americans really lean heavily on the letter R in words. And we just don't. It's what's fun of all the regional accents in the US, the Boston accent is quite similar to an Australian one because that's the one regional American accent that doesn't really lean heavily on the word R. And so the Boston accent ends up sounding kind of like an Australian accent.
The Australian accent that I couldn't stand hearing when I worked in Brisbane, the people who live from Archerfield, Inala, out to Ipswich, I hated the sound of it. We had a place I did some work at. We had a whole group. It sounds, it's so grinding. They all sound like Pauline Hanson. It's like, Jesus.
Oh God, yeah, no, we could just call that Pauline Hanson accent. It's
all I could hear. Every time their mouth opened, I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, it sounded like it had a room full of Pauline Hansons. Like,
yeah. I think we can agree the Pauline Hanson accent is terrible.
It's horrible.
Is very grating and very.
And we at that workplace, like in that room, I was a contract labourer, casual, and I worked with someone. He lived more on the northern suburbs of Brisbane, but in that room, all of the others, one fella and three or four women, they were at Inala, Archerfield. But the fellow who I worked with, who was a pastry chef, I worked alongside him. He would put shit on the people from Inala, Archerfield, and he would tease them. Yeah. And he knew how to do it so well. His humor was great.
Yeah.
But the one fellow who was from that area, my workmate would tease him because of things about him, because, like he said, he's got 9 children to 9 different women. And I went, what?
What?
Because like I didn't understand. He was explaining to me what he was teasing him for, because like my workmate would go after him, would actually say to him, "Goes condom. It's called a condom." And one day he pulled one out of his wallet and tried to hand it to him.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was just it was so brutal. He the way he, it was so brutal. And one day the fella from with 9 children, he wasn't teasing. He tried to bully me, and he was just standing there and he was talking, and I just ignored him. I was just doing my work, and then I can't remember what he said to me. And I just remained silent. I thought, don't say anything yet. And I thought, now. So I looked at him. Oh, that's right. He was calling me gay and stuff, So, so I turned to him and I said, "Are you still upset with me because I wouldn't swallow for you last night?" And he just walked off and he wouldn't say shit to me for several days.
I love it when really weirdly homophobic guys are so easy to put off like that. And
you can't queer shame me. I don't care.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, I know AZ and I made a video once about, people calling us autistic faggots, and we're like, okay, literally neither of those terms is an insult. You either are or you aren't one or both of those things. And I'm just saying, like, when you say that, that's one of us.
Oh yeah. When I was at university at Brisbane, we had the occasional bloke in their 20s. I think we had a few Christian nutters. I don't know what churches they come from, and they would start weird conversations. And I was with some group, we're talking just during the break, and this fella didn't even know who he was. He just he you know that question in the said in the accusing tone. Demanded. I was with people and started to demanding to know if I was gay. So I stepped up to him and I softened my voice and I just said, "Well, it depends who's asking." I just love watching their body language. They get really stiff. You know, their body language get really stiff. It's almost as if they tremble or shake, and then once they start to phase out of shock, they walk off. You know, it's so funny to watch. You know, everyone there was laughing. You know, because I was
Yeah, it was like back in the day when I had a bit of notoriety on YouTube. So I'm talking like 15 plus years ago. I would occasionally get like comments of some weird rando. So he says like, "Are you gay?" And I'm like, "Why are you even asking?" The only thing I can compute is you want to suck my dick, and because I don't know who you are, it's like either you're a guy who wants to suck my dick, so you're hoping I'm gay, or you're a woman who wants to suck my dick, so you're hoping I'm not gay. But either way, you know, I'm not interested in you, whoever you are. So what the fuck does it matter what my sexuality is? Because I'm having nothing to do with you. It's just ridiculous.
There's one of the place I worked that's doing night shift. One of the places I did night shift, and this woman come up to me. And it was a weird place, and she started asking if I was gay.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, "I'm always happy." And she looked at me confused and she walked off. And then afterwards she comes back and she asked if I was bi, and I said, "Oh, I don't need to buy my sex. I get it for free." And then she looked confused and she walked off again. Oh no, so it was that time I said to her that I'm trisexual, and she looked confused.
Try anything.
Yeah. And I looked at it and I explained that means I'll try almost anything once.
Yeah.
And she walked off. But it's fun to stir people who cause trouble. Like I was with
It is.
I was visiting a friend. She was a single mum, and one of the neighbours is in a little small public housing area, and I was visiting, and this woman was there when I got there, and my friend said, "You just stay here, look after my daughter while I just run up the shop a bit." So she did, and her friend is still sitting there, and her friend, not really your friend, but interfering biddy, was asking questions she didn't need to know, like trying to pry if I was having sex or something with this woman. And so what I did was I looked at her and I said, "Well, she's not really my interest. She's not my type." And so she asked what my type was. So I just kept looking at her quietly until she got really uncomfortable. And she said, "I think I'm going to go." And then she walked off. And when my friend came home, and she said, "Where is she?" She said, "Oh, I kind of got rid of her." And she says, "How'd you do it?" "I've been trying to do it for a long time. She won't leave."
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just saw evidently commenting. Paddy topped out. He did seem to have fallen asleep, and now he's just disappeared. Also, I admit, like, I don't have much more in me. It's coming up on midnight. I might tap out. Discretion being the better part of valor, as that old saying goes. Got some Thursday. All things being equal, I'm probably doing a Saturday night stream. I have no plans that would interfere with that at this point. If I do Saturday night stream, it won't go even this late. I mean, it might go past 10. I don't know. I can't predict the
You'll-
future. I don't
You'll know
what's-
when it happens.
Exactly. It's like Safa asked at the start of this stream how long we're going. Like, dude, I don't know. I'm going until I'm not going any longer. As Oh my god, I love these maraschino cherries so much. They're so
I actually
fucking...
took a photo, put up on Facebook where I put some cherries and some dates together, and I put them up online. Just you take your date for cherries,
Mm.
the date cherry.
Okay.
It's very subtle hint at taking the cherry off your date. So
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I have to saying you're also watching a friend streaming a 35mm print of the Matrix. I saw an interesting YouTube video a little while ago where someone's going like, why the fuck were all these different versions of the Matrix released with different color grading? Trying to work out what was the cinema color grading, because the original DVD and then the second DVD release and then the 4K release, the color grading was all different. It was like different degrees of green in it. And he's just going like, what the fuck is this all about? Why were all these versions of the film being released with different color gradings? So Home Fidelity, the one you're watching, it's got the grain and the lines on it. Yeah,
That's interesting.
exactly. Home Fidelity, it was a very interesting YouTube video where someone's going like, all these versions that were released on disc were significantly different to the cinema version that was released on film. But like 99% of the public doesn't even realize this stuff. But as well,
I saw the Naked Gun on the weekend, actually.
The new one?
Sunday night. Yeah. At the my like cinema had advanced screening for the Naked Gun on Saturday, Sunday, and I went to it on the Sunday night. It was okay. It was good. It was well done. The lines delivered felt a little flat compared to the older ones.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was okay.
From what I've been reading, a lot of people like it. So
no, it's
I
good.
know I haven't seen it yet. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe Liam Neeson deserves a late career comedy franchise. Maybe he could do a couple more Naked Gun movies. I have no idea. I don't
He's
know.
done it in the same. He's done it in the same spirit of.
That's
serious
what it seems like. When I saw
acting
the
to
trailer,
deliver
Yeah.
that stupid lines,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's under the same sort of flavor. I think maybe for me, it's in your back of your head. You can't help the mind can't help but compare it to Leslie Nielsen.
Of course.
And
Of course.
you don't mean to. You try to separate it, but it's so hard to.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, I think
Let you
I'm
go.
gonna go to sleep. It's midnight. I feel like that's late enough. Thank you, Earth Wombi, for joining. Thank you, everyone in the chat. And anyone who's up and about, I am probably doing a Saturday stream. But I'm gonna say bye for now. Bye.
You are totally